You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon.
Welcome to Bowie Baysox Baseball. It's time now for the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show.
It's the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show from Prince George's Stadium in Bowie. Matt Sabatis with you as we're getting ready for the third game in this 6-game series between the Bowie Baysox and the Harrisburg Senators. Should be a fun one. Hope you've got the coffee brewed for this 11:05 first pitch. It's another day game here at the ballpark. Bowie got back on the right track yesterday, and I think that's the most important thing for the Baysox, to get back into the swing of things in a very tightly contested Southwest division. They got some key situational hitting. I think that's what mattered most, as Gunnar Henderson and Adley Rutschman both had multi-hit games, 2 RBI hits from Rutschman and Joey Ortiz, and a 3 RBI overall day for Ortiz. It was a very good day overall, but Harrisburg did make it a game late. They scored 4 runs in the 9th inning, made it a little tight, and they've got such an extremely dangerous lineup that it can be a little tough to really count them out too often. It should be a fun one, though, between D.L. Hall and Cole Henry on the mound. Henry, coming into today, his 4th start, he's without a record and a 0 ERA. That's because mostly he's really pitched short outings, has not finished 5 innings in any of his appearances this year. 13 innings of work, he struck out 16 batters, walked only 4. He doesn't give up very much contact, opponents hitting only .073 against him. He works the swings and misses, and he's got some good breaking stuff, but again, Bowie is so patient at the plate that I imagine that they might be able to work well and maybe pick up a couple of walks here or there to make sure that they can, sweat him a little, get on base, drive in a couple of runs by making him pitch them in the zone. Bowie is such a big team on waiting for the pitch to see. Meanwhile, on the other hand, it will be D.L. Hall making his 2022 debut with the Baysox, his 2nd start of the season overall, after 1 short appearance with High A Aberdeen. He tossed 4 innings, gave up 2 hits and 6 strikeouts, no walks. It was scoreless. The most important thing for Hall is seeing what sort of velocity he might be able to bring to the table. Remember, he routinely hit triple digits last season in his couple of months with Bowie, but the main problem was that stress fracture. It sidelined him after the end of June. But he was such a big strikeout arm with that slider, or that curveball, changeup, and fastball set. We'll see if he can do it again against a team in Harrisburg that actually struggles a little bit against left-handed pitching. So since Drew Rahm tossed yesterday, the Senators went down relatively quietly when it came to really just getting on base. They didn't get their first base runner until the 9th batter overall, and it wasn't until the 3rd trip through the lineup that the Senators finally started to make routine contact against the left-hander Rahm, and even that was very, very weak contact. 1 ball was bounced up the middle through the gap into center, and 2 of the other ones were decently struck balls that just shimmied their way a little bit to the left side of second base and made it difficult for Greg Cullen to field. So it will be Hall to see if he can make it happen today. It's an anticipated 2022 debut for him. Harrisburg comes into today's game, number 24 on the season, a 13-10 record, a 1-game losing streak. They're 4-6 over their last 10, but 8-3 on the road, playing away from FNB Field. The Senators are currently in 3rd place, tied for 2nd, rather, in the Southwest Division, 2 games back of 1st. That's the leading Richmond Flying Squirrels. Bowie comes into today's game for number 23 on the year, a 10-12 record, a 1-game winning streak, 4.5 games out of 1st place. They leapfrog from 6th to 5th with an Altoona loss mixed in to yesterday's finals. The Baysox, though, they're still struggling, only 2-8 over their last 10, and they're 6-5 playing in front of the home crowd here at Prince George's Stadium. Again, your starting pitching matchup, D.L. Hall versus Cole Henry. As the Baysox get warm on the field, the Senators do the same on the left field side. We'll step aside and come back in just a moment. When we return, we chat with hitting coach Brandon Becker, get some of his thoughts on approaches at the plate from both Adley Rutschman and Gunnar Henderson. Of course, Rutschman, he's been the key name that everyone's watching, obviously, the top prospect in baseball. But Gunnar Henderson, he's really made such incredible waves here. A 20-year-old reaching safely in every single game this season for Bowie. We'll get the thoughts from the hitting coach next. This is the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
It's a very special day at Prince George's Stadium on Saturday, June 18th that you don't want to miss. The Roberto Clemente and Latin Baseball Celebration sponsored by Chesapeake Employers Insurance. Fans that get to the game will have a chance to bid on game-worn Baysox jerseys, with all proceeds going to benefit the Clemente Foundation. Again, don't miss out on your chance to own a piece of Baysox history on Saturday, June 18th with the Roberto Clemente and Latin Baseball Celebration, and you can get your tickets now at baysox.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With two of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
We're back in on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show, getting ready for Game 3 of this series between Bowie and Harrisburg. We're joined now by hitting coach Brandon Becker. First and foremost, how'd you take your coffee this morning?
Pretty good. It was a good, our offense had a pretty good last couple days, so definitely good to wake up and get back to it today.
Yeah. So, obviously, the big news, the big story over the past couple of days has been Adley Rutschman rejoining the roster. What have been some of your first impressions of getting to work with him?
He's just really good at what he does. There's no surprise to that. Goes about his business the right way, and it's just exciting to watch just how good he is at baseball.
What's his approach at the plate? He's obviously got such great strike zone discipline that it's one of the best things about him. What does he do so well about that you think makes it to where he finds the best hittable pitch?
He's just really smart with the reports, understanding. I mean, obviously he works behind the dish, so he understands how pitchers are probably going to attack him. So knows what to look for, knows where to take his risk, and doesn't really miss much. So that's what makes him really good.
Last couple of days, team really came out hitting well with runners in scoring position. Got a couple of big home runs on Tuesday as well from Henderson and J.D. Mundy. Was there any big change out of the Richmond series, or it's just guys warming back up after a tough road trip?
Nah, just really warming up, get home, feel a little bit more comfortable, get in the cage, have a lot of behind-the-scenes work that you're not necessarily able to do on the road. So guys have gotten comfortable, definitely challenging themselves a little bit more, and definitely showing today in this series.
Gunnar Henderson, obviously a big story right now. His approach at the plate, in a lot of regards, could be lauded as a little bit better than Adley's at the moment. He's reached safely in every single game this season. He had another 3-hit performance yesterday. What have you liked most from his play at just 20 years old?
Very, very elite as far as decision-making at the plate. Knows, even at 20 years old, probably has one of the best approaches in the league. Just very exciting to see him able to hit left on left, right on right. Doesn't matter who's throwing on the mound. It's going to be a competitive at-bat, and he's going to give his best opportunity to change the scoreboard. So very excited. I mean, he's an elite athlete, but an elite decision-maker, and that's cool to see at a young age.
Again, here with Brandon Becker on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. I brought up this note the other day. I think I was talking with Andrew Dashbach. This is a team that can just run pitchers into the ground. 3 of the top 6 batters in the entire Eastern League for just total pitches seen. That's how long they draw out their plate appearances. Is that something that the Orioles teach organizational-wide, the individual players carry with them a little bit, something that you've really been carrying a little bit in your coaching styles? What's the mix here?
We're just really training elite swing decisions, so pretty much just like we have all our in-house and behind-the-scenes work that we're training discipline. So really just like if there's a pitch that's getting in the zone, like we want you swinging at it. So guys are doing a good job owning up to that, making sure we replicate somewhat what they're doing in the game just so that they have an idea of getting in the game. And that's why I believe we're walking at a decent rate. Obviously, strikeouts are going to come with the game, but just really owning that plate, knowing that if it's a pitch in your zone, we'd like you to swing at it just so it can change the scoreboard.
How hard can it be to maybe pick up some of those breaking pitches at the get-go? Because yesterday Bowie did an excellent job laying off of those early sliders from Richard Wash.
I mean, pitching's really hard. Like, pitchers have had an advantage over us the past few years. They're really good at what they do. They know how to manipulate the baseball. So hats off to them, but really just leveling up in the cage, being able to replicate what they're going to see on the field just so it's a little bit more comfortable at bat and what they're going to see under the lights. So,
and how much work do you have to put in on your end when it comes to setting up for things like BP and setting up in the cage to make sure that you...
For just signing up, parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids. So don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the DC area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
Show from Bowie. Matt Sabatis with you as the Baysox and the Harrisburg Senators get ready for the third game of their six-game series. Let's go ahead and walk you through today's starting lineup while we've got the chance. Big in-depth opportunity here as DL Hull will get going. And I mentioned in the first segment that this is a lineup for Harrisburg that doesn't actually have too much success against left-handed pitching so far. Taylor Gashue does have a little bit of pop against them overall, one of his 6 home runs. But against the rest of it, I'm scanning it quickly, and there's only 2 other batters with home runs against lefties this season. Justin Connell has the second best average. I'm looking at 250, and he's only batting 239 overall in the season. And then KJ Harrison is probably going to be the best get, but he is still a right-hander, and if Hall pitches him well, you shouldn't really have much of an issue there. So it will be interesting, as Harrisburg does have a good handful, as you've got Jackson Flores, who's 5 for 16 against left-handers, and KJ Harrison, who's 6 for 16. That's it. So they've had their struggles, even with the advantage against left-handers from this right-handed hitting lineup. We'll have to see. Let's go ahead and introduce you to the starting lineup while we've got the time. Jackson Flores will lead it off for Harrisburg. He's at second base batting first with a 309 average this season. He's been such a good plate presence, too, for the Senators. Well, he does pull it plenty. He hits it well on the road, 429 average on the road with an 1107 OPS. We'll see if he's another key leadoff piece in today's game. Jack Dunn will take over in the 2 slot. Jake Alou is taking the day off. I find that one to be interesting, as Alou has already collected 4 hits over the course of this series. He had the home run, the 2-run home run in Tuesday's 6-5 Bowie loss. He also had an RBI double and a run scored in that game, and then had a double, a single, and a run scored yesterday. But he's taking the day off, probably because he's a left-handed hitter, but he does hit well against fellow lefties. Very interesting sets today, as Alou is getting the day. All 4 main left-handers, well, 4 of the 5 main left-handers, I should say, are on the bench for Harrisburg. After Jack Dunn, it's Taylor Gashue. He's back in as the catcher. Wilson Garcia is the designated hitter, batting 4th. KJ Harrison at first base bats 5th. Justin Connell in right field will bat 6th. Dondre Hubbard is in left field for today's game. He's batting 7th, just his 4th game of the season. He had an okay day at the plate yesterday as well. Picked up a couple of late singles and a run scored during that big 9th-inning rally for the Senators. He also drew a walk as soon as Shelton Perkins came out of the bullpen, but he was left stranded on that one. So Hubbard will be batting 7th in left field. Gilbert Lara is back in the lineup as well. He's at third base batting 8th. And then rounding it out is Jackson Clough, the shortstop, batting 9th. Starting lineup for Bowie, I mentioned it, there's a couple of heavy hitters at the top, and it looks like it'll stay that way, at least for as long as Adley Rutschman is in town. Hudson Haskin leads it off. He is in right field today, though. That's out of his usual home in center. Rutschman will be behind the dish. Gunnar Henderson is at shortstop. He's been playing at third base for the past few days, but he's at shortstop today. Jordan Westberg, who's back in the lineup, will be at third base. Good day of rest for Westberg yesterday. Gets in today for the day game, and he should settle in to get back onto a good hitting streak. Greg Cullen is at second base. He's batting 5th. He went 0 for 1 yesterday, but did draw 3 walks. J.D. Mundy is the designated hitter. He bats 6th. Andrew Dashbach is at first base, batting 7th. Dylan Harris is back in the lineup as well. I think it was Dashbach and Harris both had the day off yesterday. They did. But glad to see them both back in. That's a good on-base percentage kind of guy in Dashbach, and then a good hit for power, hit for contact, and placement kind of guy in Dylan Harris. That should lead to a good chance at a run on the bottom half of the lineup for Bowie. And then rounding it out at the bottom is Zach Watson in center field, batting 9th. That's your starting 9 for the Baysox as Bowie takes the field here at Prince George's Stadium. We'll step aside and come back with first pitch and all the play-by-play. You're listening.
DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
It's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. Coverage of the 2022 Bowie Baysox season is brought to you by Chesapeake Employers Insurance, DCA Imaging Systems, On the Green, Patient First, Royal Farms, Smile Doctors, and ZY Pyrotechnics. And now, live from the ballpark, it's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball.
We're ready to go from Prince George's Stadium for Game 3 in this 6-game series between the Bowie Baysox and the Harrisburg Senators. Matt Sabatis with you from the ballpark in Bowie. And as D.L. Hall warms on the mound for the Baysox, the starting lineup for the Senators that he'll face looks like this. Leading off at second base, you've got Jackson Flores, followed by Jack Dunn, the center fielder, batting second. Taylor Gashu is the catcher, batting third. Wilson Garcia is the DH, batting fourth. K.J. Harrison at first base bats fifth. Justin Connell in right field bats sixth. Dondre Hubbard in left field bats seventh. Gilbert Lara at third base bats eighth. And Jackson Clough is the shortstop today, batting ninth. The Senators are the AA affiliate of the Washington Nationals, managed by Trip Keister, assisted by Justin Lord, Micah Franklin, Oscar Salazar, and R.J. Geyer. T.D. Swinford is the athletic trainer. Once more, that lineup for the Senators: Flores, Dunn, Gashu, Garcia, Harrison, Connell, Hubbard, Lara, Clough, all to face D.L. Hall on the mound. Senators come in for game number 24 this season, a 13-10 record. They lost last night after only picking up a one-game winning streak. They're on a skid of 3 of their last 4 have gone in favor of the opponent, so Bowie could start to turn the tides in their favor if they can get a good start from Hall today, as Harrisburg is only 4-6 over the last 10, but they've played well on the road, 8-3 away from FNB Field. Last of the warm-up tosses for Hall gets sent down to second base and around the horn as he gets it back, now ready to foot the mound. Jackson Flores steps into the batter's box, right-hander, says hello to the home plate umpire, Tyler Whitty, and gets settled in for the first offering today. Flores, a 309 average this season, a 779 OPS with a homer, 6 runs driven in. Takes a hearty squat on the backside of the batter's box. He sets, as does D.L. Hall, in the first pitch home. Is swung on, skied high out to deep right field, but not deep enough. Out to pick it is Hudson Haskin. He initially stepped in for a quick moment, but he had no issue hauling it down. First pitch comes home at 11:06 p.m. on a 61-degree cloudy day here at Prince George's Stadium, and there's already one gone. Let's introduce you to the starting defense for Bowie. From left to right in the outfield, Dylan Harris, Zach Watson, Hudson Haskin, Jordan Westberg at third, Gunnar Henderson at short, Greg Cullen at second, Andrew Dashbach at first, and Adley Rutschman catches behind the plate for D.L. Hall on the mound. Here's Jack Dunn. First pitch called a strike, lower outside corner, 98-mile-an-hour fastball from D.L. Hall. Count opens at 0-1. Hall, a heavy sigh, kicks and fires the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup and a beauty. Got it away, and the count 0-2. D.L. Hall, a 6'2", 195-pound, 23-year-old left-hander from Valdosta, drafted as the 21st overall pick from Valdosta High School in 2017. Next pitch, a swing and a miss, ball in the dirt on the curve. Held on to by Rutschman. No, he dropped it, but he tags Dunn. Nothing going there, as Dunn is retired on strikes, and there's already 2 gone. First strikeout of the day for D.L. Hall. Your starting umpiring crew for today's game. Tanner Moore is at third base. Louis Krupa is the crew chief over at first, and Tyler Whitty calls the balls and strikes behind home. Switch hitter Taylor Gashu steps into the box now. First pitch. There's the fastball at 99 miles an hour on the lower outside corner, painted for a called strike 1. Hall, in just his second appearance of the year, made a quick start at High A Aberdeen before joining Bowie, the 0-1. There's a breaking ball too far inside. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. Hall just sliced through the Jersey Shore Blue Claws. That's the Phillies High A. 2 hits over 4 scoreless innings, no walks and 6 strikeouts. Throw back to the mound, got past him a little. Hall is coming off of a stress fracture on his left elbow there that sidelined him after just a few starts with Bowie in 2021. He made 7 starts and then missed the rest of the season. And his numbers in those 7 starts were outstanding. He was well missed. The 1-1, swing and a miss, too far ahead on the changeup, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes now. In just 31 2/3 innings with the Baysox, Hall went 2-0 with a 3.13 ERA and led the AA Northeast with 56 strikeouts. He walked only 16. Next one is swung on and missed for strike 3 on a 100-mile-an-hour fastball from D.L. Hall. A perfect first inning for Hall with back-to-back strikeouts to cap it. As we go to the bottom of the first here at Prince George's Stadium. Harrisburg nothing, Bowie coming on up.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
Bottom of the first inning here in Bowie as D.L. Hall worked a perfect frame for the Baysox to get it started. Gives Bowie an offensive opportunity to take the lead. As Cole Henry warms on the mound for the Harrisburg Senators, the starting lineup for the Bowie Baysox that he'll face looks like this. Leading off in right field, you've got Hudson Haskin, followed by Adley Rutschman, the catcher, batting second. Gunnar Henderson at shortstop bats third. Jordan Westberg, the third baseman, bats fourth. Greg Cullen is the second baseman today. He's batting fifth. J.D. Mundy is the designated hitter. He bats sixth. Andrew Dashbach at first bats seventh. Dylan Harrison left bats eighth. And Zach Watson in center field bats ninth. Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles, managed by Kyle Moore, assisted by Brandon Becker, Josh Conway, Tim DeJohn, Billy Facto, Chandler Geller. Calvin Christensen is the video coordinator. Will Kelly and Lindsey Birchfield are the athletic trainers. Bowie comes into today a 10-12 record, a one-game winning streak, but only 2-8 over their last 10. 6-5 in front of the home crowd, and once more that lineup for Bowie. Hudson Haskin, Adley Rutschman, Gunnar Henderson, Jordan Westberg, Greg Cullen, J.D. Mundy, Andrew Dashbach, Dylan Harris, and Zach Watson, all to face off against Cole Henry on the mound. Haskin digs in, righty on righty to get it started. 344 average, still leads the team, up there among the league's rankings, I believe third at the moment. 1076 OPS, first pitch home. Fastball hits the outside corner for a called strike at 95 miles an hour. It's 0-1. Haskin, again, a lot of his power numbers came on opening weekend, and he's been spreading it out evenly on singles since. The 0-1, swing and a miss. High fastball that time, and the count to 0-2. 4 home runs and 5 doubles, but he had 3 of each of those on opening weekend. 3 doubles on opening day, 3 home runs on the first Sunday of the year. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Misses high, a fastball, 3 straight from Cole Henry. That one was a little bit close. 95 miles an hour on the top edge of the zone, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Bases empty, nobody out, and a scoreless first. The 1-2 pitch, Haskin lofts it out toward right center field. Not very deep, but toward the gap. Ranging a long way on it is the center fielder Dunn, and he had plenty of time to pull it down. So 1 gone. Let's get you the starting defense for Harrisburg while we've got the moment. From left to right in the outfield, you've got Dondre Hubbard, Jack Dunn, and Justin Connell. Gilbert Lara is at third base. Jackson Clough is the shortstop. Jackson Flores at second. KJ Harrison at first. And Taylor Gashu is the catcher behind the plate for Cole Henry on the mound. Henry, a 6'4", 215-pound right-hander, fires the first to Adley Rutschman. It's a fastball wide, and the count starts out at 1-0. Henry on the season has made 4 appearances, all starts, has not given up an earned run, does not have a record yet, though, because he's only pitched 13 total innings. 1-0. Roped over to the right side, a base hit. Rutschman has hits in all 3 games this season with Bowie, and he collects a 1-out single here to get things rolling in the bottom of the first. 101-mile-an-hour exit velocity from Rutschman, and he's got another one, his 4th hit of the young season. So now here's Gunnar Henderson. Talk about a guy who can rope a ball here and there. That's Henderson for you. Not only that, he's got such great plate awareness over the last few weeks, too. It's just been blowing my mind to watch it happen in real time. First pitch home. Henderson fouls it off back to the screen. Count opens at 0-1. He's on a 4-game hit streak right now, batting .306 with a .987 OPS. 4 doubles, 4 homers, 18 runs driven in. He's reached base safely in every single game this season for Bowie. Longest on-base streak in the entire Eastern League. Here's the 0-1 from Henry. Misses high. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. Again, it's been very short starts for Henry. He's the Nationals' number 3 overall prospect, according to MLB Pipeline. Baseball America has him listed at number 6 in their preseason rankings. I haven't gotten the chance to check their in-season update. It just dropped the other day. See if he moved. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Chasing on the fastball inside, and the count goes to 1-2. Henry has been sticking heavily with the fastballs early. So did DL Hall. I think he mixed in probably 3 off-speed pitches in that first half inning. It was a perfect frame for him, though. Cole Henry cannot say the same. Runner at first, 1 away. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Henderson swings through it. High fastball. He's down on strikes. That's a rarity, too. Henderson has a higher walk rate than he does strikeouts. 21 walks to now just 19 strikeouts on the season. Harrisburg wearing their road red uniforms, gray pants, the H logo on the left breast. Navy blue cap with a red brim. Baysox wearing their alternate orange uniforms, the black block Bowie on the front side with a black shoulder stripe and a black cap. Here's Jordan Westberg, 190 average, 709 OPS this season. He watches the first pitch, a slider, miss away, and the count starts out at 1-0. Westberg took yesterday off. He's only got hits in one of his last 5 games at the plate. That included a seasons-long 3-game hitless skid, the 1-0 pitch. Westberg watches the fastball away this time, and the count goes to 2-0. Again, slow starts for Henry after being picked up in the 2020 draft 2nd round out of LSU. Longest outing of the season for him is just 4 innings, and that was last week against Hartford. Didn't give up a hit, walked 2, struck out 4. 2-0 pitch. Misses high. Count goes to 3-0 out of the gate on Westberg. And this is something else that Henry does very well, especially when you saw that slider earlier in the fastball to follow. He tries to use those two to pick up the swing and miss stuff. But Bowie has been so selective at the plate, especially Jordan Westberg, that it's just not going to happen that easily. The 3-0. Middle, fastball called for strike 1. You expect that one to come, and the count goes to 3-1. We'll see if Westberg can turn on a strike here. Rutschman singled with 1 out. He stands at first still now with 2 outs in the bottom of the first, a scoreless game. The 3-1 pitch. Fouled off, just a little piece on a fastball away, and the count fills. So Rutschman will get a head start at first. But again, before Rutschman had that single, it was 7 consecutive hitless innings for Cole Henry. And Rutschman just pulled one hard over the right side, had no issue with it. We'll get a payoff pitch here. On its way, there goes Rutschman, and the pitch is outside for ball 4. That's the 3rd full count walk from Cole Henry this season, only the 5th walk overall. But again, after Bowie yesterday drew 11 total walks at the plate, tied a season's high. And in all seriousness, you could take that one as the true season high, because when they drew 11 walks against Akron 3 weeks ago, 4 of those walks, actually 3 of those walks, were against position players. So, asterisk. But Bowie just has such great plate awareness that it just confuses opposing pitchers. Here's Greg Cullen, left-hander, digs in and swings at the first pitch, comes up empty. Fastball down and away. Count opens at 0-1. So first and second right now with 2 away. Cullen went 0 for 1 yesterday, his first game back with the Baysox after a rehab stint with Loe Delmarva. Here's the 0-1. Down and in the slider. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. But Cullen drew 3 walks too. That's the other thing. It's an organizational-wide philosophy to wait on your best pitch, take each plate appearance pitch by pitch. Don't follow the count too much. Here's the 1-1. Called a strike. Fastball outside corner. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes now. Cullen did have a sacrifice fly yesterday, the 1-2. Tails down and in again. More breaking stuff from Henry. Count goes even at 2-2. So he's already getting up there too. That was his 20th pitch overall. Henry only averages about 15 pitches per inning this season. It's just the way that Bowie operates. It's how it's always been. Here's the 2-2. Fouled off. In on the hands, a bit up. And the count stays. Again, Bowie needs a win today. They've really got to get going back into the swing of things. But fortunately for them, it's such a tightly contested Southwest Division that they're only 2.5 games out of second place right now. 4.5 total out of first. And they've still got a large portion of games left against the leading team, Richmond. 2-2, called strike 3. Curveball hits the outside edge. Cullen knew it as soon as it crossed home plate. He didn't expect it to break in as much as it did. It was a beauty. Second strikeout for Henry, his first backwards, and it strains 2 runners on base. As we go to the second here at Prince George's Stadium, it's Harrisburg 0, Bowie 0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Well, it may be on Sunday, May 29th, but get ready for the Baysox first Catter Day at Prince George's Stadium. Everyone's heard of Bark in the Park, but now you can bring your kitty out for a relaxing afternoon of ball. And if you get here early enough, you can pick up a free Baysox Catter Day t-shirt, courtesy of the City of Bowie. You can get your tickets now for the first ever Catter Day at 301-464-4865 or at baysox.com.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
Second inning here at Prince George's Stadium, a scoreless game as Bowie got a couple of ducks on the pond in the last half inning, but couldn't bring any home to score. They have had their trouble with runners left on base this season. But D.L. Hall will get back to work for the Baysox after a very quick and efficient first. He only needed 8 pitches to strike out 2 batters and groove a flyout. He faces Wilson Garcia to start, the designated hitter. And an auto ball is instantly called on D.L. Hall. So 1-0 to start. That's actually just the second ball given up by Hall. He doesn't waste any time now to fire the first to Garcia, and it's ripped foul, third base side. This is only the second start for Hall working with this new pitch clock. He didn't get in on that grace period that other pitchers that started the season with their affiliates did. The first, I think, 9 games of the year, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, chasing on the changeup down. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes now. Garcia, a .277 average this season. Yeah, those first 9 games, every pitcher had a chance to get told, like, that would have been a violation. The 1-2 fouled off right side, count holds. So they ran the pitch clock at the same pace that it is going now, but if pitchers violated it, the umpires wouldn't have penalized them. They would have just said, that will be a violation, or something of that caliber. Hall didn't get that. He's coming into this fresh with no real training wheels out of it. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, he got him. 85-mile-an-hour changeup down and away. 3 consecutive strikeouts for D.L. Hall, and he's cruising. That auto ball didn't hurt him too much as K.J. Harrison digs into the box. Mentioned it a bit during the pregame show. Harrison is really the only one that has success against left-handers so far this season. He's batting .273 as the first pitch home is swung on and missed for strike 1. A 99-mile-an-hour fastball up and in. Count starts out at 0-1. Harrison is 6 for 16 against left-handers, and 1162 OPS compared to just 849 overall in the season. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a slow bouncer up the third base side. Scooped on the run by Westberg in front of the bag. Sent to first, and he got him! Just about as perfect as you could have asked for from Westberg to Dashbach, and there's 2 away. First time back at third base for Jordan Westberg in a little bit, too. I have to go back a couple of days to see when he last played third. It was the 29th, so nearly a week ago since he's been over there in the hot corner. Doesn't miss a beat. It's one of the good things about Bowie this season is that they've got such talented infielders. As Justin Connell digs in, first pitch, he checks his swing, breaking ball down. They appeal, he didn't go. Count opens at 1-0. So that's the first true first pitch ball from D.L. Hall. Technically, Wilson Garcia had a first pitch ball, but it was an auto ball. So do you count that? I wonder. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Check swing, that pitch in the zone. Changeup hits the bottom half, and it's 1-1. But again, it's a good thing for Bowie that they've got such talented infielders that while they're essentially spreading them out on this 2-2-2 system, the 1-1 pitch, fouled off right side, it's 1-2. While they're spreading them out on this 2-2-2 system, they're still so talented and so excellent at what they do that it hasn't really shown too much of an issue in terms of their overall play at whatever positions they're actually placed at. If they're having to shift between shortstop or third a couple of times a series or over to second base sometimes. 1-2 the count on Connell. .239 average, .868 OPS this season. 32 strikeouts. The 1-2 is fouled off, back to the screen. That pitch was inside at 98 miles an hour. I can't imagine even making contact on the handle of the bat on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Just the reverberations would shock me. That's what the batting gloves are for, obviously, but still. So another 1-2 count set to come home from Hall. Here it is. Flown out toward right field, toward the corner, now into the Baysox bullpen. Haskin watches it get out, foul. So the count stays as Connell continues to live on through this plate appearance. This is the longest one of the day for DL Hall so far. This upcoming should be the 6th pitch. That tells you how efficient he's been, too. This will just be his 20th overall pitch. Lefty sets, takes a couple of high, deep breaths, kicks and fires the 1-2. Swinging a rope foul, third base side. A couple of bounces past Trip Keister in the coaching box. Nationals got a handful of their front office crew. I overheard a good portion of their research and development department is here. The 1-2 pitch. In there, strike 3. Got him with a changeup down and in. Hall has struck out 4 batters over 2 perfect innings. That's his first backwards K as we move to the bottom of the 2nd. Bowie and Harrisburg still scoreless. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Baysox Youth Baseball camps are back in 2022, and registration is open now. 3 sessions this summer led by Orioles Hall of Famer and former Rookie of the Year Al Bumbry, along with former Baysox outfielder Stephen Bumbry. Kids will take part in in-depth on-field instruction and go head-to-head in camp-wide games at Prince George's Stadium. All campers get a free Baysox hat and a ticket to a Baysox game of their choice. Space is limited, so head to BaysoxShop.com and reserve your spot at a Baysox Youth Baseball camp today.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed lays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
We're on to the bottom of the 2nd here at Prince George's Stadium as we've got a scoreless game going so far. Matt Sabatis with you as DL Hall is working so clean over the first 2. 4 strikeouts over 2 perfect innings with 21 pitches thrown. Meanwhile, Cole Henry had to escape a runner in scoring position jam in the first. Used 22 pitches for that, so Hall's already lapping him. Here's J.D. Mundy to lead off. First pitch home, misses up and away to the left-hander. Count starts out at 1-0. Mundy on the season, a .271 average, a .787 OPS with 4 doubles, 2 homers, 8 runs driven in. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Slider misses down and in. Count goes to 2-0. Mundy's on one of his hottest stretches of the season, too. Glad to see him not skip a beat when he came back from, well, it was about, I think, 7-8 days down with illness. Here's the next. Misses high. Count goes to 3-0. Yeah, there was a bug that kind of went around the clubhouse on the tail end of the Binghamton series. I think I got a touch of it myself. It sidelined me for about a day. The 3-0. Called a strike, middle in on Mundy, and the count goes to 3-1. But Mundy, after coming back, he's rattled off hits in 5 consecutive games. Last 3 in the series against Richmond in the first 2 today. The next one is up and in, ball 4. Mundy extends his on-base streak to 6 consecutive games. I called it Richburg. Did you hear that? Tossing Richmond and Harrisburg together. That's one of my biggest faults, is that I'll just combine words, mix up mix up first names and last names all the time between pitcher and batter and pitcher and catcher. Goodness. To Andrew Dashbach. He's got hits in 2 of his last 3 games at the plate. He took yesterday off. Runner at first, nobody out. First pitch. Breaking ball misses down and inside. Count starts out at 1-0. Dashbach, a 167 average this season, a 696 OPS with a double, 3 home runs, and 7 runs driven in. Here's the 1-0. Slider hits the lower outside corner of the zone. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. Walk numbers for Henry haven't been much of an issue this season, but it's already looking to be some trouble today, and that's something we predicted. Bowie leads the league in walks with their patience at the plate. They've already drawn 2, the 1-1. That one just misses low, a changeup, and the count goes to 2-1. Yeah, the most walks in any appearance by Henry was 2. That was in his 4 innings against Hartford last week. He's already walked 2 in just 1 inning plus. Here's the 2-1 to Dashbach. Swing and a miss, chased on a high fastball. Henry held set for quite a while there. See if he could throw off the timing. I think it worked. Very old school presence on the mound too, Cole Henry. He's got the tufts of hair flowing out of the backside of his hat, the 2-2 pitch. Popped up on the infield, foul ground, right side. KJ Harrison checks his chest a couple of times before finally putting the glove up and making the catch. So Dashbach retired, and there's 1 away here in the bottom of the second for Dylan Harris. Yeah, Henry's got that hair bunched up on the nape of his neck, and he's got the mustache flowing just on that upper lip. Very old school style. It has been making a comeback, so I don't know if you can call it old school, but you know what I mean. Here's lefty Harris. First pitch misses high, a fastball at 94. Count opens up at 0-1. Harris, a 395 average this season and 1163 OPS. 6 doubles, 2 homers, 4 runs driven in, and that's all just in 10 games. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Check swing. He held back, more of a flinch as the changeup goes down low. Count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Runner at first, 1 away here in the bottom of the second inning. Scoreless game after Bowie came away with a 10-7 win yesterday. Here's the 2-0. Misses high. Count goes to 3-0. But again, that 10-7 final doesn't tell you how much further away the game should have been. It was 10-2 at one point for Bowie. Jensen Elliott, who came in for his Double-A debut, really struggled with Double-A batters. Here's the 3-0. Called a strike, upper half of the zone, and the count goes to 3-1. Elliott gave up a career-high 9 hits and 4 total runs, including a string of 5 consecutive hits, including a home run in the 9th inning. Here's the 3-1. Harris pops it up, shallow left field, running in on it Hubbard. He had a tough read at first. He finds the ball finally, trots down and makes the play. You could tell by the way he was kind of jogging. Hubbard was a little hesitant to really run in one direction because he wasn't sure where the ball would maybe get to, but he finally got some assurance. Turn it to Zach Watson now, number 9 batter. 167 average this season. 469 OPS. 2 doubles, a triple, 3 runs driven in. First pitch. Ooh, beautiful slider. Haven't seen too much of that today. Well, that's more of a curve, I'd say, the way it just cuts back, but he's really got a lot more angular movement on it than just a straight 12-6. Count starts out at 0-1 on Watson. Here's the next pitch. Check swing, went with the curve again. This time it's in the dirt. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. Baysox and Senators scoreless. Bottom of the second here as Bowie has a runner at first with now 2 away. J.D. Mundy drew a leadoff walk, and he's been planted there. Here's the next. Watson swings through it, changeup down. Count goes to 1-2. If Bowie does want to get the stolen bases going again, Taylor Gachou might be a candidate. 19 stolen base attempts this season. He's only caught 5. And Bowie ran wild against Richmond when they got runners on base. They just couldn't drive any of them in. That was the problem. The 1-2 pitch. Watson watches high, and the count goes even at 2. Here's the next. Misses high and the count fills, so Mundy at first base will get a head start here. Second full count today from Cole Henry. He'd only reached a full count 5 times prior to this. Opponents were 0 for 3 with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. Mundy's not held on. There he goes. The payoff is called strike 3, lower outside corner. Watson had flipped the bat, started up the line, and stops dead in his tracks in the other batter's box. Asks for clarification as home plate umpire follows him a little bit toward the dugout as he needs to retrieve some new baseballs. So he and Watson will have a chat. But the Baysox strand another runner as the second comes to a close. We move to the third here at Prince George's Stadium. We're scoreless, Bowie and Harrisburg. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Stadium is Saturday, May 7th. That's just a couple of days from now. Baysox will host Harrisburg again with a 6:35 first pitch. It's also part of the Read and Hit a Home Run reading night. More importantly, by Educational Systems Federal Credit Union. That's the one set up for Prince George's in Montgomery County. So if you're part of that program, make sure you got your tickets set so you can come out and catch a nice game with some fireworks. We move to the third here at Prince George's Stadium as Bowie and Harrisburg are scoreless. Matt Sabatis with you. First pitch home to Dondre Hubbard is bounced to the right side and through the gap for a base hit. Leadoff single for Hubbard, his 5th hit of the season with Harrisburg in just his 4th game. But D.L. Hall's been working quickly, and that time he fired a fastball low Hubbard was expecting. He reached down just enough for it, and it forced him to slap it the other way. And that's the way Hubbard's been going a lot, too. Early numbers can be a little bit skewed, but 71% of the time, he pushes it in the other direction. So the string of 6 in a row to start ended for D.L. Hall, but he can work a ground out maybe from Gilbert Lara, because Lara tends to do that a lot, too. We'll see. First pitch home. Lara fouls it off back to the screen, 0-1. Lara hits it on the ground over 2 times as often as he does into the air. Ground out to air out ratio of 2.3. But he's only hit into 1 double play. I think that's also partly because he strikes out a decent amount. It is also only his 12th game of the season, too. Lara has had a very quiet series. Did not play in game 1. Went 0 for 4 yesterday with 3 strikeouts. Here's the 0-1. Misses down and in changeup. Count goes to a ball and a strike. Again, scoreless game here in the top of the 3rd inning. Back-to-back day games for the Baysox at Prince George's Stadium, but they'll be back to the regular 7:05 start for Friday games tomorrow. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a roller foul, third base side. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Lara. Lara's numbers on the road have been even lesser. 0.53 average, 354 OPS. You don't want that. Has not drawn a single walk on the road either this season. Check that. He hasn't drawn a walk all year. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fouled off back to the screen. Hall held the leg up there for just a brief moment. Seeing if he can maybe draw Dondre Hubbard's hand at first base if he wants to try and steal. He's successful in his only opportunity. Or if he can throw off Gilbert Lara's timing. I think he might have, drew the foul. But he obviously wants the put down. Hall delivers another 1-2 pitch. It swung on and missed for strike 3. Got him with a change inside, perfectly placed, and Lara is down. 5 strikeouts for DL Hall over 2 1/3 innings today. Remember, he struck out 6 batters over 4 total innings against Jersey Shore. That's the Phillies affiliate when Hall was making his only appearance with High A Aberdeen. So now here's lefty Jackson Clough, the only left-hander up to bat today for Harrisburg. First pitch nearly clips him. Up and in on the elbow at 99 miles an hour, and the count opens up at 1-0. Clough against fellow lefties this year is 0 for 12. These bottom 2 in the lineup for Harrisburg, they've really been sputtering. Lara has a 105 average. Clough has a 104 average. 319 OPS, a double, a homer, 3 runs driven in. He struck out 32 times and only walked once. Adley Rutschman went out for just a quick moment to chat with Hall in front of the mound. They might have gotten the signs mixed up. I'm not sure. We'll wait. Oh, they say that was a foul ball. Interesting. So it got a piece of Clough's bat. That was a foul ball, so it's 0-1 to start. Here's the next pitch. That one misses up and in, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. That one caught me off guard, too. It caught everyone off guard. They put the ball up on the scoreboard. The umpire had to remind everyone. I guess not remind everyone, correct everyone. Here's the next. Check swing, change up. Ooh, just misses down. They appeal, he didn't go. That one was close. I feel like he could have gotten that. So the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Clough didn't play in yesterday's game. In game 1 of the set, he picked up that fun golden sombrero, as they call it, an 0 for day with 4 strikeouts. Here's the 2-1. Change up, hits the lower outside corner. Call it for strike 2. Hall made sure not to dance on the edge on that one. He knew Clough wasn't going to attack ahead in the count, but now it's 2-2. Runner at first, 1 away. Let's see if Hubbard tempts fate here. Stays put, the pitch home is in there for strike 3. Perfectly placed changeup, 88 miles an hour, freezes Clough middle. An astounding pitch from DL Hall, his 6th strikeout and his 2nd backwards K. 6 strikeouts once through the order, excellent numbers. We go back to the top of the lineup for Jackson Flores now with 2 away. Hall takes a brief moment to foot the rubber. And comes set here. First pitch, Flores watches the changeup again, lower inside corner. Count opens at 0-1. Flores flew out to right field on the very first pitch of the game, came home at 11:06 and fell into the glove of Hudson Haskin only about 5 seconds later. Here's the 0-1. Misses down and in, the change this time, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Flores has hit lefties all right this season, 5 for 16 at the plate, but not with too much power. All hits have been singles. He struck out twice, walked once. Runner at first, 2 away here in the top of the 3rd. And Hall is called for an automatic ball again. So now the count goes to 2-1. He's definitely moving slowly, I can tell you that much. And again, I think it comes down to the fact that he didn't get to pitch in the grace period. That gave pitchers a feel of what pace they would need to get to. The 2-1. Fouled off back to the screen. Hall might have lost his footing a little bit there on the plant foot. He slipped a little, didn't fall, but just kind of stood down and checked the ground in front of him. So he kicks the dirt out of his cleats, and he'll get back up on top of the mound. Count to 2-2 on Flores here as Hall sets. He gets ready to set, and Flores calls for time. Now he's back in the box, and Hall gets a fresh clock. Comes set now with the chin. Has that front foot planted a little bit at an angle up the line. The 2-2. Flown foul right side. Count stays. Yeah, it's a straight front leg for Hall. Pokes it a little bit toward first base, while his back leg, the push-off leg, is at a very, very slight bend. Here's the 2-2. Down the changeup. Flores really thought about it. Took a lot of his body to lay off of it, and the count goes full. First full count today by DL Hall. Flores this season 1 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout on full counts. He's not usually one to get this far into a plate appearance. Here's the payoff. Runner goes. It's inside for ball 4. They appeal as he flinched, but he didn't go. So that is the first walk given up by DL Hall all season. Didn't walk anyone in his previous start against Aberdeen. And now runners stand at first and second with 2 away. Here's Jack Dunn. He was the first of now 6 strikeouts for Hall back in the first inning. This is already the longest frame of the day for Hall. He's up to 17 pitches. Here's the first. Dunn rolls over at foul. Trickles to the warning track on the left side, and the count opens up at 0-1. Dunn only 2 for 12 this season with runners in scoring position. As the 0-1 comes in from Hall, it's flown out to right field but foul. This one will slice out. Fastball comes in at 99 on the gun. We haven't seen too many fastballs over the last couple of seconds for DL Hall. He went with a lot of off-speed stuff to Jackson Flores there. Flores didn't chase, and he drew the full count walk. But now he's ahead on Dunn 0-2. I could see him pulling out the changeup now, try to hit it on the bottom of the zone. Middle infield plays deep, whole infield plays straight up. The 0-2 pitch is fouled off again, stuck with the fastball, only 97 as it goes to the right side. Count holds. Hall sets, looks back Hubbard at second, holds the stare at him for quite a while before finally looking down at the ball in glove at the chest, fires the next pitch in. It's a changeup down and in, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Jack Dunn. This inning is extending for DL Hall at this point. He's up to 21 pitches in this inning alone after needing 21 pitches total for his first 2 innings. Went 6 up, 6 down. This is his 5th overall batter in this frame. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a high bouncer. Baltimore over towards short. Picked high at the forehead by Henderson, and he gets it to first with a moment to spare. A little bit low, but Dashbach receives cleanly, and the 6-3 putout ends the frame. 2 runners stranded on base as Harrisburg picks up their first hit of the day. We're on to the bottom of the 3rd at Prince George's Stadium. Bowie and Harrisburg are scoreless. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Nitro Circus is back with an all-new tour coming to Prince George's Stadium on Sunday, June 5th. Fueled by new athletes, new tricks, and the craziest contraptions, the Good, Bad, and Rad Tour presented by A-Shop marries the sketchy, scary, and cringe-worthy dangers of big air action sports to the hilarious comedy of Nitro's lunatic daredevils who risk their lives to send it. Bowie, it's going down at Prince George's Stadium on Sunday, June 5th. Tickets as low as $35 are on sale now at Baysox.com.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Be sure to get to the ballpark on Friday, June 17th for a jam-packed night of promotions and fun at Prince George's Stadium. It all starts with fireworks presented by DCA Imaging Systems. It's our mother and son night out with special ticket packages available at BaysoxShop.com. And most importantly, it's the Scouts BSA Campout. When you purchase a special ticket, you and your scout can camp out in the outfield at Prince George's Stadium after the game. It all happens on Friday, June 17th, so find out more and get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
We're on to the bottom of the third here at Prince George's Stadium as Bowie and Harrisburg are still scoreless. Hudson Haskin in the top of the Bowie lineup due up to start this frame. After that, it's Adley Rutschman. Then Gunnar Henderson. Matt Sabatis with you. Cole Henry on the mound for Harrisburg. Fires the first pitch home to Haskin, and it's a called strike. Fastball hits middle, 0-1. So second trip through the order for Bowie. Haskin flew out to center field his first time up. But it's already 45 pitches now for Henry as we just start the third inning. 0-1, bounce slowly over towards short. A long run in by the third baseman, Lara. He scoops on the run and gets it over to first in time. He had the better momentum on it, and Clough was playing a little bit back at shortstop, so it's understandable. Lara also does have those long legs over at third, so he can cover a lot more ground, I feel, than Clough over at short. How tall is Lara? 6'4". I feel like that's shortchanging it because I'm 6'4", and I feel like he's a little taller than I am. Whatever the case, here's Adley Rutschman. Singled his first time up, first pitch. Watches a high fastball. Count opens up at 1-0. Rutschman already 4 for 9 since joining Bowie ahead of this series. Hit so well against high A pitching that there's no reason to keep him there for too much longer. The 1-0. Roped over to the right field corner. This one falling down foul. Oh, that one just hooked a little too much. That one probably hit off of the home plates of the Baysox bullpen, and that's only foul by about 5 feet at the most. Kept it close. Would have been a surefire extra base hit if it stayed fair, but instead he'll dig back in for a 1-1 offering. Doesn't waste any time. Neither does Henry. He kicks and fires the next, and it's a called strike, top half of the zone. Fastball runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes now. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Down and away, count goes even at 2. And he spoke a lot with media the other day. Just casual conversations with him here and there when in passing. Of course, not too much time with the 2-day games, but definitely seems to be just very business as usual for him. Just glad to be back facing live opponents again. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Check swing, down and in a changeup. They don't appeal. He didn't go. Count fills. First full count that Rutschman has seen since joining the Baysox this season. Already the third full count, though, given up by Cole Henry. Here's the payoff. Rutschman watches down and in, ball 4. There's that keen eye that he's so well known for. His second walk drawn of the season after falling behind early, a ball and 2 strikes. He gets the free pass. Third walk of the day given up by Cole Henry, already a season's high. And now here's Gunnar Henderson. This was, I think, the best thing for Bowie in the way that Kyle Moore has shaped the lineup. That you've got Rutschman and Henderson, who both have such high on-base percentages, especially in the way they read the zone and play, that you put them in tandem, it's going to play well. First pitch to Henderson is called a strike. Bottom half of the zone, it's 0-1. Henderson struck out swinging on a 1-2 offering back in the first inning. As Henry sets. Here's the next. Up and in, watch the elbows. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. And I've said this about Henderson. I've said this about Drew Rom, too. And it almost applies a little bit more to Henderson. You just watch the way that he carries himself, the way he'll converse, the way he'll just talk ball, too. You don't think that he's 20. The 1-1. Swing and a miss and a fastball up and away. Count goes to 1-2. And then the way that he obviously plays, surprises you even more when you learn that he's 20. His size, his speed, his power at the plate, his fielding acumen, all makes for a good ball player. The 1-2 inside. That fastball is dancing a bit wildly right now from Cole Henry as the count runs even at 2. Rutschman at first, one away. Here's the 2-2. Check swing, pitch up and away. They appeal. He didn't go. Count fills, so back-to-back full counts. Henderson this season, 2 for 5 on full counts. 13 walks drawn, only 3 strikeouts. Usually not one to go after a pitch unless he can see it's coming dead center. Here's the payoff. Rutschman goes. He holds up. It swung on and missed for strike 3. Rutschman feigned the takeoff as Henderson strikes out and slams the bat up against the side of his foot. That's a tough one. 4th strikeout of the day for Cole Henry and a rare full count strikeout for Gunnar Henderson. Went chasing on a fastball up and in. And now here's Jordan Westberg with runner still at first and now 2 outs. Westberg drew a key walk in a full count in the first inning, but he was left stranded at first. Here's the first pitch. He checks his swing. It's away. Count opens up at 1-0. Pitch count still climbs, though, for Cole Henry. This next offering will be his 60th overall. And because of that, a right-hander is up and moving in the bullpen for Harrisburg. Looks as if that could be number 35, Andrew Lee. Next pitch home, misses high to Westberg, and the count goes to 2-0. It's been such a stark difference for Bowie relievers compared to relievers of other bullpens this season. Here's the 2-0. Curveball misses down and in. Count goes to 3-0. Because I've got the stats set up in a way that I can catch most of them just at a quick glance, and I can see how many more outings are built into Harrisburg's bullpen this season. The 3-0. Called a strike, bottom half. Count goes to 3-1 on Westberg. While Bowie, the most appearances for any one pitcher is Morgan McSweeney and Shelton Perkins with 6. I'm seeing 6 different pitchers for Harrisburg with at least 6 outings. Here's the 3-1. Misses up and away, ball 4. Westberg draws his 2nd walk of the day. And it's already the 4th of the day for Cole Henry after walking 4 total over his previous 13 innings. And this is what the Baysox will just keep doing all season. They've had no issue just laying off a pitch, even if it looks like it could be a little bit close. They want to find what's best for them, and when some of these pitchers use their breaking stuff primarily to pick up the swings and misses, well, then you're not going to get the guy to swing and miss. That's how it is. Quick meeting on the mound. Fans, don't forget, care is around the corner at Patient First. Urgent care that's open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. No appointments are needed. Learn more at patientfirst.com. So 2 walks in the frame, puts runners at first and second with 2 outs now as Greg Cullen digs in. Cullen struck out looking back in the first inning. Big lead off of first base for Westberg. First pitch, Cullen watches changeup down and inside. Count opens up at 1-0. Rutschman not as big of a lead up off of second base. With 2 outs, what you want is the base hit. And with the outfield playing deep enough, I'm surprised they're playing so deep, honestly. The outfield playing deep enough, you get something into the alley there, or just at least past the infield on a good grounder, then Rutschman scores easily. 1-0 the count on Cullen. Here's the next. Changeup misses inside this time, and the count goes to 2-0. Again, Cullen made a handful of appearances with Bowie last season, but he missed significant time due to injuries. All of May and all of August. Made 24 appearances with the Baysox, though. They're familiar. The 2-0 misses high, and the count goes to 3-0. If Henry loses Cullen here, I imagine that's the hook. Because he already lost J.D. Mundy earlier in today's game, and Mundy's been swinging a hot bat. He's been making such clean contact over the past week plus. Here's the 3-0. Called a strike, down and in. Count goes to 3-1. But that is now back-to-back batters that Henry has started out 3-0, gotten an easy fastball for the 3-1. He walked Westberg on the 5th pitch. Let's see what he does here against Cullen on the 5th pitch. It's on its way, and it's called a strike, lower inside corner to run the count full. Cullen frustrated on that one, and he steps out of the box. He's got to hurry to get back in because of the pitch clock rules now. He's set. Henry is set. The runners will take off. There they go. The 3-2 is a late swing and a foul left side. Into the bleacher seats, past the party deck. Count stays full. So again, Cole Henry today had only gotten to a full count 5 times all season over his previous 13 innings. And this is the 5th full count he's worked up today. Bowie drives these pitchers into the ground. Another payoff pitch is nubbed foul this time. Got it on the handle of the bat, and the count stays. Nationals were getting some very short starts out of Henry, and this one is going to be probably the shortest of them all if Cullen reaches. He worked only 3 innings in each of his first 3 starts. He's only at 2 2/3 so far today. Right-hander sets. Another payoff pitch is fouled off of the mask of the catcher, Gashu. Goes back to the screen. And they're going to make the switch mid-at-bat. Trip Keister is out. Already pointed to the bullpen, and I'm guessing it's based on pitch count. Henry is at 70 exactly, so the switch is being made. So with a full count, we'll get a new hurler on the mound. We'll tell you about him in just a second. Bowie has first and second with 2 away, a scoreless game. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Mid-plate appearance pitching change. We see it here in the bottom of the 3rd inning at Prince George's Stadium. Harrisburg starter Cole Henry departs on a very short outing. Short in terms of innings pitched, long in terms of pitches thrown. He used 70 pitches at this point to go 2 2/3. The way that this plate appearance ends up could change his line. Because if Greg Cullen is retired quickly, if he gets on base, whatever the case, it could change things up, and Henry could be tagged with that plate appearance just because he took a majority of it. Henry stayed alive for 8 total pitches, trying to get Greg Cullen to do something, but Cullen held on, fouled off 3 straight full count offerings. But now it's Andrew Lee stepping out of the bullpen. Big right-hander with 7 appearances this season and a 4.70 ERA comes set. Another payoff pitch on the way to Greg Cullen, and it's high ball 4. So the bases are loaded instantly out of the pen for Lee. The walk is credited to Cole Henry, so it's his 5th of the day. It doesn't close his line entirely, but it does give us a little more understanding of how it looks. As he finishes with 2 2/3 total innings, gives up just 1 hit. So far, no runs, but he could give up to 3 because while Cullen walked against the other pitcher, he's still Henry's batter. The first pitch to J.D. Mundy is fouled off left side. Count opens up at 0-1. So far for Henry, 2 2/3 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 4 strikeouts, 5 walks. And again, all 3 runners on base belong to him. Here's the next to Mundy. Misses high, a fastball. Count goes even and a ball and a strike. Mundy walked back in the 2nd inning. He's 1 for 4 with the bases loaded this season. 3 runs driven in, only 1 strikeout. The 1-1. Fouled off, a rip to the left side. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes now. Got to tell you a little bit about Andrew Lee at some point, right? 6'5", 225-pound left-hander, 28 years old from Louisville. 11th round draft pick all the way back in 2015. Right-hander shakes off a couple and comes set. The 1-2 to Mundy. Down in the dirt. He flinched at it, but pulled back with a moment to spare. Count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 3 walks in the inning, have the bases loaded. Adley Rutschman drew his with 1 out. Jordan Westberg and Greg Cullen each with 2 outs. Lee comes set. The 2-2 to Mundy. Flown foul, left side out of play. Count holds. Lee's been around the Nationals organization for quite some time. After getting drafted out of high school, made it all the way up to Single A in 2015. Here's the 2-2. Flown foul again up the third base line. This one closer, as it will hit off of the bullpen, or the dugout rather, or the clubhouse, if I can remember the parts of the dang field. The clubhouse in the far left corner. Count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Mundy, as this plate appearance will reach a 7th pitch. Bases loaded with 2 away. Bowie trying not to miss out on an opportunity here. They've already stranded 3 aboard. Lee sets. Another 2-2. Fouled off again. Mundy won't go down. Fastball on the outer edge there at 94 on the gun. And this is going to be a tough stretch on the bench, too, for D.L. Hall. Bowie has a right-hander throwing against the wall at the moment to stretch out. We'll see how much longer Hall goes because of this long inning. Another 2-2. Mundy checks on it, and it's off the catcher, rolling over to the left side of foul ground. Down from third to score, Rutschman. Westberg to third and Cullen to second. Wild pitch gives Bowie the early lead. It's 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. That run charged to Cole Henry, an inherited runner scoring. And it runs the count full on J.D. Mundy as that pitch was in the dirt. Mundy this season, only 1 for 3 on full counts, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. Westberg at third base, Cullen at second. Payoff pitch home is down and away for ball 4. They appealed on a check swing. He didn't go. That is the first walk of the day for Andrew Lee, 6th overall for the Baysox today. And the 4th in this inning alone. It reloads the bases for Andrew Dashbach, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a sacrifice fly this season with the bases loaded. Big chance here for Dashbach, who popped out to the first baseman in foul territory his last time up. Right-hander on right-hander, first pitch home. Swing and a miss, chased on an up and in fastball. 0-1 to start. So Bowie has gotten, at this point, 7 total base runners. 6 of them have been by way of the walk. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouled off of the mask of the catcher, and the count quickly to 0-2. This isn't usually like Dashbach either. He's usually going to get ahead in the count early, set himself up to drive the at-bat down a ways. He averages 4.8 pitches per plate appearance. Best on the team, 4th best in the entire Eastern League. Bases loaded, 2 away. The 0-2 pitch from Lee. It's in there for strike 3. Changeup hits the outside edge. Dashbach frustrated that he didn't go after it after fouling off the first 2 pitches. And the inning comes to a close. First strikeout for Andrew Lee strands the bases loaded, including 2 inherited runners, but Bowie does at least get on the board. They draw 4 walks and capitalize on a wild pitch. As we go to the 4th here at Prince George's Stadium, Bowie leads 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates, with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
We're on to the 4th inning here at the ballpark. Bowie ahead 1-0 now. 4 walks in the last half inning and a wild pitch to give the Baysox the lead, as D.L. Hall will get back to work on the mound for Bowie. He faces Taylor Gashu to start. First pitch to the switch hitter batting righty is a changeup, hits the lower inside corner of the zone for a called strike 1. 2 base runners in the last inning against Hall, a leadoff single by Dondre Hubbard and a 2-out walk. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Changeup again down this time. Gashu was expecting fastball. Count goes to 0-2. It's Gashu, Garcia, then Harrison. 2 switch hitters, then a right. So it's 3 straight righties. The 0-2. Fouled off right side. Spoiled on the 97-mile-an-hour fastball. And the count stays. Gashu struck out swinging back in the first inning. Again, it was a very lengthy sat on the bench there for D.L. Hall as Bowie labored through 4 walks and a pitching change. Only got 1 run out of it, the 0-2. Swinging a nubber over toward the shortstop. Such a slow roller. It's a long run in for Henderson, but he picks it and sends it over to first for the out, 6-3. It was only 44 miles an hour off the bat, and I assume it lost a lot of that velocity as soon as it hit into the earth. Here's Wilson Garcia. He's riding an 0-for-1 day. Hall's ready. He's waiting for the batter to come set. Kicks and fires the first pitch. Garcia spoils it foul right side. Count starts out at 0-1. I think Garcia hadn't gotten set in time in there. Got away with what probably would have been an auto strike call. And we've got a brief moment's pause. I think an errant ball from the Harrisburg bullpen. No one's warming in there, but they were just tossing a ball around. Here's the 0-1. Spoiled foul again, that one to the right side. And the count goes to 0-2. Again, 6 strikeouts, first trip through the order for D.L. Hall. He hasn't picked up one in his second trip just yet. This is just the 4th batter. Here's the 0-2. Reaches for it and nubs it foul on the right side, 98-mile-an-hour fastball. And Garcia stays alive for another. Again, Hall used 21 pitches over the first 2 innings. They were perfect. And then 22 total pitches in just the 3rd inning. Second trip is definitely holding on for at least lengthier at-bats so far. Here's the 0-2. Inside, the changeup definitely moved back in toward the zone a little bit, but just missed the zone. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. A bit of a chilly day here at Prince George's Stadium. Still a very nice turnout with the Education Day affair. A couple of schools in attendance out and about on the concourse. The 1-2 pitch. He reaches down on it and pokes it into shallow center field. That one's down for a base hit. A Texas leaguer for Wilson Garcia. His first hit of the day and his first hit since his 2-run home run in the 9th inning last night. So leadoff man, or 1 out base runner for Harrisburg. That's a game-tying run as K.J. Harrison will dig in. Again, very weakly hit stuff right now from the Senators. Nothing has been too smoked in really any capacity. Here's the first pitch to Harrison, called a strike on a fastball down. Count opens up at 0-1. And the way that velocity just varies so much for DL Hall, how he can get your fastball from 97 up to 100 at points, and then get you with a changeup in the high 80s, the 0-1. Swinging a bouncer up towards second, could be 2. Gobbled up at the belly by Cullen. Underhands to Henderson. The throw to first is a high bullet, and Dashbach has to leap up to get it from getting past him. So Harrison is safe on the fielder's choice as Gunner gunned it over toward first base. It goes 4-6 on the choice to get the lead runner, but there's 2 outs. I promise you, I'm not going to use that poor joke too often. Again, I got up at 5 o'clock this morning to get here at 6:45 for today's 11 o'clock first pitch. Let me have this. Here's Justin Connell, struck out looking back in the 2nd inning. First pitch home from Hall. The curveball called a strike on the bottom edge of the zone, 0-1. We haven't seen too much of the curveball from Hall. It's rated as one of his better pitches. It's really the fastball, the changeup, and the curve that has scouts raving most about him. Hall sets. Fires the 0-1. Curveball again, but this time too far down and away. And the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Hall is up to 56 pitches so far. In his previous start, when he was with High A Aberdeen against Jersey Shore, he threw 54. So he is stretching out a little bit. I think they just want him to finish at least 4 innings, the 1-1. Misses down and in, and the count goes to 2-1. But if he can't get out of this one too fast, he might be pulled. Tyler Birch is up and warming in the bullpen for Bowie. Runner at first, 2 away, a 1-0 Baysox lead. The 2-1, swing and a miss. Chases on the changeup high. Count evens at 2 on Justin Connell. Again, it'll be a very successful outing for Hall if he can finish it out here, as he's just got to wrap up this last batter, and that will probably be it. No need to tax him too much as he's coming back from that elbow injury. Hall comes set. Holds at the chin, drops down to the waist, fires the 2-2. Poked out toward left field, toward the corner, and down for a base hit. That one ricochets off the wall where it's picked up by Harris. Keister throws up the stop sign at third. Connell cruises into second base standing with a 2-out double. 2 in scoring position now for Harrisburg with 2 outs in the 4th inning. Again, still some weakly hit stuff. That one was only 89 miles an hour off the bat, but even so, it will be the end of the day for DL Hall. Kyle Moore is out of the dugout. He hasn't made the point over toward the bullpen just yet, but Tyler Birch is coming over to make the switch. So we will get a pitching change. Bowie sees 3 2/3 innings out of DL Hall in his return to the Baysox. We'll step aside, be back in just a second. Harrisburg has runners at 2nd and 3rd with 2 away here in the top of the 4th. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey Baysox fans, On the Green Inc. is a proud sponsor of the Baysox and is celebrating 25 years of providing custom lawn care and pest control programs with guaranteed results for residential and commercial lawns. Mention this ad and receive a discount on your first lawn care or pest control service. Enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Inc. Visit our website at onthegreeninc.com or call 410-695-0444. Let's go Baysox and On the Green Inc., your lawn care team.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
New pitcher on the mound for Bowie as we get a change here in the top of the 4th inning. Tyler Birch emerges from the bullpen for the Baysox, replacing D.L. Hall with runners at 2nd and 3rd and 2 outs. Again, some very weak contact from Harrisburg in this inning, but they've still been able to make the most of it as they've got 2 in scoring position in this 1-0 ball game. The line on Hall is not final because of the runners on base, but at the moment, 3 2/3 innings. He gives up 2 hits and no runs, could go up to 2. 6 strikeouts, 1 walk. If both runners score, Hall would be in line for a loss. If one of them, that's the only outcome. If both of them score, he'd be in line for a loss. Any other outcome, he's taking a no decision because he didn't get to 5 innings. It'll be Tyler Birch, though, to take over against Dondre Hubbard, a right-hander. He singled back in the 3rd inning, was the first base runner for the Senators. First pitch home from the righty. Birch is a fastball called for strike middle. Didn't waste any time going after him in the count 0-1. Birch, a 6'2", 190-pound right-hander, traded to the Orioles in 2021 from Philly in exchange for Freddie Galvis. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Lined over to the right side, a base hit. Greg Cullen thought he could have leaped for it, but he couldn't. 1 run scores. The throw comes in. The 2nd run scores as the throw is late. And it's a 2 RBI single by Dondre Hubbard. Both runs charged to Hall. That closes his line at 3 2/3 innings. And Harrisburg takes the 2-1 lead. Hubbard has been hitting it well against Bowie already. Had 2 hits yesterday. He's got 4 hits in each of his last 4 plate appearances. And now Gilbert Lara will step up. First pitch to the right-hander, smoked foul right side. Count opens up at 0-1. Lara on the day struck out swinging back in the 3rd inning. Birch looking for a quick finish now after allowing the inherited runners to score. Fires the 0-1. It's inside. Count goes even and a ball and a strike. Birch coming off of a scoreless outing already 2 days ago. It's very rare to see a pitcher come in twice this early in a series for Bowie. The 1-1. Fastball called a strike. Bottom half, it's 1-2. Birch pitched a scoreless 9th inning for the Baysox. Did give up a runner on an error, but got 2 strikeouts and a ground out for a scoreless frame. Runner goes. The 1-2 is fouled off right side, out of play, toward the bleachers. Count stays. And this is probably more of a bridging the gap kind of relief appearance for Tyler Birch. He's really one of the shortest length relievers that Bowie has used this season. The longest outing of the year is just 2 innings exactly. He's done that twice. Here's another 1-2. Swing in just a piece. Lara holds on to a breaking ball down and stays alive. So the count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. The anticipation might be Rico Garcia to follow. He's got starting experience, distance. He's a very good story that we'll tell you about when he comes in. And he's anticipated to make his Baysox debut sometime today. The 1-2, runner goes, grounded over to 3rd, but foul. Picked on the other side of the bag by Jordan Westberg with a backhand, and he scoops it up high for some of the kids in attendance over at the 2nd deck. So Birch gets a new ball and gets some rosin on the hand as well. Brief lead at first base for Hubbard. He extends it a tad. Another 1-2 pitch home is down and away for ball 2. Hubbard did not take off that time. as the count evens up. This game has been stretching. Pitch clock doesn't really seem as if it matters today. Pickoff throw back to first, no tag. We'll wait on the 2-2 offering to Gilbert Lara. Birch's last outing, as I mentioned it, that scoreless ninth. Prior to that was in Richmond. He had a tough outing there. Gave up a 2-run home run in 2 innings, 3 runs total. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, he got him. Tailed the slider down and away, and Lara's down on strikes. First strikeout of the day for Birch, 7th overall for Baysox pitching to end the inning, but Harrisburg gets on the board. 2 RBI single from Dondre Hubbard, charges both of those runs to DL Hall, and at the moment, he's in line for a loss. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Bowie trails 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Hey Baysox fans, if you've got a teacher or educator in your life that's meant a lot to you, or if you're one yourself, then you don't want to miss out on the Baysox Educator Appreciation Week from Tuesday, June 28th to Friday, July 1st. Teachers and educators who show a school ID at the Baysox ticket office will get 2 free tickets to a game of their choice between those days, all sponsored by Educational Systems Federal Credit Union. Again, it's Educator Appreciation Week at Prince George's Stadium, Tuesday, June 28th to Friday, July 1st.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com. Bottom
of the 4th now as Bowie trails 2-1. Dylan Harris is the batter for the Baysox, and the first pitch home to him is called a strike, inside edge. 0-1 to the left-hander. Andrew Lee is back on the mound. At this point, he is considered a winning pitcher, the 0-1. Misses up and away, and the count goes even to the ball and a strike. Lee came in relief of Cole Henry midway through a plate appearance in the 3rd inning with 2 outs. Allowed an inherited runner to score on a wild pitch. Got out of the jam. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball down and in. And the count goes to 1-2 on Harris. Harris flew out to left field back in the 2nd inning. Here's the next from Henry. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Check that, Lee. As Harris goes down on strike. 2nd strikeout for Andrew Lee. 6th overall for Harrisburg pitching, and there's 1 gone to start the 3rd inning. Start the 4th inning, rather. See, starters go get out of the game so quickly, it throws me off. Here's Zach Watson. First pitch to the right-hander, misses down and away, a fastball. Count opens up at 1-0. Watson struck out looking back in the 2nd inning. He's trying to break out of a short little skid he's on. Hasn't collected a hit in 2+ games. Here's the 1-0. Swings through a high fastball. Tried to pull back but couldn't. Count goes to 1-1. And there's a handful of research and development guys from the Nationals in town for this one. Here's the 1-1, swing and a miss. Fastball away, 1-2. And it makes sense. Come out for a prize prospect, Cole Henry, the number 3 overall in the Nationals organization. So they get a little information from their TrackMan setup. They see what they need to see in person. The 1-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. Watson swung right through a breaking ball that time high. Back-to-back strikeouts for Andrew Lee to start the 4th inning. He's got 3 total today. It's been completely hit or miss for both hitters and pitchers today. as Bowie has now struck out 7 times at the plate, walked 6 times at the plate, and only collected 1 hit. Here's the first pitch to Hudson Haskin, misses high. Count starts out at 1-0. Haskin is 0 for 2 on the day, grounded out to third base his last time up, flew out to center field back in the first. Here's the next. Haskin watches high again. Count goes to 2-0. Bases empty, 2 away. Bowie trails 2-1 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Next pitch home. Haskin watches breaking ball tail down and away, and it's quickly 3 balls and no strikes. I mentioned it when Tyler Birch had taken over to finish out the 4th for DL Hall, that he was probably just a bridge the gap kind of relief appearance for him. The 3-0 to Haskin. Called a strike, top half. It's 3-1. And it looks like I was right. Rico Garcia is warming up in the bullpen for the Baysox. Again, starting experience for Garcia. Here's the 3-1. Misses high, ball 4. Changeup just barely missed. And that is the 2nd walk allowed by Andrew Lee, 7th overall by Harrisburg pitching this afternoon. So now here's Adley Rutschman. Steps in, still batting lefty. Back-to-back right-handers to start the day for Harrisburg. As Rutschman's got a perfect day at the plate, a single, a walk, a run scored. First pitch, he watches down a fastball. Count starts out at 1-0. I wonder what it's like for opposing pitchers a lot of times when you come into a game like this knowing the attention that's paid to these kind of prospects. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Driven high and deep, out to left field, but it'll stay in the ballpark as Hubbard hovers on it for a little bit before finally backing up and making the play at the warning track. Rutschman gave it a drive 300 feet away from home, but you've got to get about 10 more feet to get out of here. So the inning is over. Bowie gets a 2-out walk, and they strand him at first base. They've left 7 on base already. We're on to the 5th here at Prince George's Stadium. Bowie trails 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
If you're working in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area as a pipe fitter, pipe welder, or HVAC service technician, and you're interested in a better life, a better means to provide for yourself and your family, a way to make sure that you're earning the highest wages and the best benefits in our industry. Visit our website at steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org. And let's talk about what we can do to help change your life.
Hey, coffee lovers. Know where you'll find the world's freshest cup of coffee? Right here at Royal Farms. Because with our new brewing system, it takes less than a minute to go from selecting the kind of coffee you want to this. The freshest, most flavorful cup of coffee you can buy is at Royal Farms. So try one. It'll be love at first sip because it's the freshest coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast, Royal Farms.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
As Bowie trails 2-1. 9-1-2, 2 up for the Senators in this frame. And the first pitch to Jackson Clough is a half swing called for strike on the outer edge. It's 0-1. It was a short relief outing for Tyler Birch as the Baysox go to a new pitcher out of the bullpen at the moment. Rico Garcia takes over. Long relief outing anticipated for the right-hander today. 0-1. Misses down and in. Count goes even at a ball and a strike on Clough. After Clough, it's back to the top of the lineup with Jackson Flores and Jack Dunn. Garcia's got a long story. We'll tell you more about it in a couple of seconds as he comes set now and fires the 1-1. It's down, a changeup for a ball, 2-1. Only made one appearance with Aberdeen. Overpowered those hitters. He's well-versed around these parts. Fires the 2-1 pitch. Called a strike, outer edge, and the count goes even at 2. Garcia's a 5'9", 201-pound right-hander. 26 years old, signed by the Orioles as a minor league free agent last year. Didn't appear in affiliated ball last season as the 2-2 misses away, and the count fills here on Clough to open things up. But he's got major league experience, pitched in the Giants organization in 2019 and 2020. Made his big league debut against Boston back in 2020. Here's the next one, fouled off left side, and this one will get out. Count stays full. He also made his overall Major League debut with the Rockies. That was the team that initially drafted him. He's a Hawaii native and went through their system before joining Colorado at Coors. The 3-2. Down and away, ball 4. Clough draws the leadoff walk here as Garcia gives it up. That's only the second walk allowed by Baysox pitching today. Now it goes back to the top of the lineup and Jackson Flores. So Garcia, as mentioned, made his one outing against Jersey Shore. If I'm not mistaken, was that in relief of DL Hall as well? No, that was earlier in that same series. Here's the first pitch to Jackson Flores. Misses down and away, and the count starts out at 1-0. Flores 0 for 1 in the day, drew a walk back in the third inning. Flew out to right field back in the first. Runner at first, nobody out here in the top of the fifth. Bowie trails 2-1. Here's the next from Garcia. Popped up, foul on the right side. Rutschman sheds the mask, called off by Dashbach, and the first baseman is the one to descend and make the play. Good read, good speed, and the out recorded. One gone. Now it goes to Jack Dunn. Garcia is well-versed with the Eastern League at this point. He's been rostered on 3 different Eastern League teams. When he was with the Giants organization, he was rostered with Richmond, but never actually appeared in a game with them, so he's only been active with 2. Hartford was the other, back when he was a Colorado farmhand. First pitch to Jack Dunn, misses inside, and the count starts out at 1-0. 14 career Major League appearances, 2 with Colorado in 2019, and then made 12 with San Francisco in 2020. With the Giants, he was a short reliever, gave up 6 earned in 10 innings. Next pitch misses in the dirt to Dunn, and the count goes to 2-0. He struck out 7 and walked 4 while he was pitching with the Giants organization. Major League debut came with a start for the Rockies. It's his lone Major League start. The 2-0. Called a strike, bottom half. Count goes to 2-1. But it was a tough one. He allowed 6 runs on 7 hits in 5 innings against Boston. Took the loss 10-6 and allowed 3 home runs in the game, including ones to Jackie Bradley Jr. and Xander Bogaerts. Runner feigns the takeoff. The 2-1 is called a strike on the bottom end of the zone, and the count goes even at 2. Clough has attempted 3 stolen bases this season. He's only been successful once. Garcia sets. Runner goes. The 2-2 is flared into shallow center. Running in on it, Watson. He'll be able to get there. He doesn't try to double up the runner as Clough turns around and scampers back quickly. Easy fly out, though, to center field. Makes it 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Good part about having these Education Day games during the meeting of Beltway affiliates is that you get a good mix of fans between the Orioles and then kids coming out in their Juan Soto jerseys. Here's Taylor Gachou. Pickoff throw back to first before anything happens. No tag applied. We'll wait on the first offering. Gashu rides an 0 for 2 day. Grounded out to the shortstop back in the fourth inning. He struck out swinging in the first. That ended that frame. Switch hitter still bats lefty. Runner goes. Pitch is down for a ball. Throw to second is not in time. And I think Rutschman had a little bit of a delay in making the transfer. Glove did not move as fast as his mind did. So the count starts out at 1-0 as Clough picks up his second stolen base of the season. Rutschman is tagged with his first stolen base allowed after catching an attempted steal 2 days ago. So now runner in scoring position for Gushu, who's 6 for 10 this season in that category. 2 of his 6 home runs, 8 runs driven in. Next pitch misses wide, and the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Garcia holds wide at the chest, kicks and fires the 2-0. It's down and in. Rutschman has to keep it in front of him as it hits the dirt. Count goes to 3 balls and no strikes. But again, Garcia very, very familiar with the Eastern League as a unit. He was a key starter in the Hartford rotation in 2018 and 2019 before jumping up and, as mentioned, making his Major League debut in 2019 as a spot starter for Colorado. Here's the 3-0. Popped up foul behind home plate and out of play. Count goes to 3-1. Garcia went a combined 14-4 in those 2 seasons with the Yard Goats. Had a 2.07 ERA in 24 career starts. But of those 24, none of them were against Bowie, so this is his first time ever pitching at Prince George's Stadium. Here's the 3-1. Called a strike. Fastball hits the lower outside corner and the count runs full. First full count that Gashu is seeing today. Second this inning. Given up by Garcia. He walked Jackson Clough earlier and he stands at second base now. Still not too much wind this afternoon at the ballpark. The payoff to Gashu is popped foul behind home plate again. Lengthy inning of relief for Garcia, but again, this is anticipated to be a long relief outing, a piggyback in essence. See how much they can get out of him as Garcia tossed 2 innings in his first out of the year. Getting warmed back up, and they're going to try and lead on him for a few. Another payoff. Down and in, ball 4. So 2 full count walks in this inning from Rico Garcia. He did not walk any batters with High A Aberdeen, and out comes pitching coach Josh Conway. Baysox fans, the Orioles' future is always on MILB.TV. With all home and away games streamed live, the only way to watch the Baysox on any device this season is on MILB.TV. Use the promo code Baysox in all caps, that's BAYSOX, at checkout, and you'll save $10 on a yearly subscription. Visit MILB.TV for details today. 2-1, Harrisburg leads here in the top of the 5th inning. A lengthy game already, even with the added benefit of the pitch clock. We've seen handfuls of base runners that have just been left stranded. Harrisburg has left on 4 total. They've got 2 on right now with 2 outs. The Baysox have already left on 7, and there's only been 3 total runs scored. Here's Wilson Garcia. First pitch to the DH, misses up and away for ball 1. It's 1-0. And not only with the number of base runners leading to this long game, it's the number of walks. That's the other key issue. Bowie has drawn 7 walks already today, just through 4 innings of work. As the 1-0 comes in, it's fouled off back to the screen. Count goes even to the ball and a strike. Baysox have drawn 7. Harrisburg has already drawn 3. So 10 total walks in this game, and we're not even to the halfway point just yet. Garcia sends home the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Chases on a breaking ball down, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Probably see this a lot, but it's the first time we're seeing it this season. Something I don't pay too much attention to. Pitcher and batter have the same last name. Rico Garcia and Wilson Garcia. The 1-2 pitch is swung on, and did Rutschman hold on? No. Just a piece, and Rutschman didn't get it. That one hit into the dirt, and the count stays. So Garcia will try again as he's up to 24 pitches in this first inning of long relief. And Bowie has Nolan Hoffman warming up in their bullpen. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Went with a high fastball, little piece, but Rutschman holds on and the inning closes. 2 walks given up by Garcia, but he works his first strikeout of the day to close the frame. We're halfway home here at Prince George's Stadium. Bowie still trails, however, 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Come celebrate Mother's Day with the Baysox on Sunday, May 8th as they take on the Washington Nationals affiliate, the Harrisburg Senators. Have a lovely afternoon with Mom at the ballpark and cap it off by having a catch in the outfield after the game. It's a 1:05 first pitch for Mother's Day at Prince George's Stadium, and special ticket packages are available but limited, so get yours now at 301-464-4865 or at baysox.com.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Bottom of the 5th inning here at Prince George's Stadium as Bowie tries to climb back from a brief 2-1 deficit right now. Gunnar Henderson will lead things off for the Baysox. Then it'll be Jordan Westberg and Greg Cullendua. It's still Andrew Lee working on the mound. Long relief for the Harrisburg righty. First pitch misses down and in to Henderson. Count opens up at 1-0. It's been a rare quiet day at the plate for Henderson. He struck out twice, worked a full count his last time up, and went down swinging. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a bouncing ball over towards short, holding on it and picked at the chest by Clough. He sends over to first base for the out, 6-3. So Henderson, a very rare 0-for-3 start. I don't have the time to hunt through the scorebook to see how often that is, but I can bet my money that it's not too often that Henderson starts out 0-for-3, considering he's reached base safely in every single game this season for Bowie. Here's Jordan Westberg. First pitch home to him is fouled off right side. It's 0-1 to open. Westberg has drawn 2 walks already today. Got stranded at first in the first, got stranded at third in the third. So here in the 5th, that must mean he'll score and then get to first again. Here's the 0-1. Down, count goes even and a ball and a strike. Did you get my logic there? That feels like it was a really poorly worded math problem that you get in algebra class or something. I'm not sure. Here's the next. Westberg watches down and away. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike. I am going back through the scorecard to try and find the last time Henderson did that, and it was April 27th, the second game of the Richmond series. He started 0-for-3, finished 2-for-5. Next pitch to Westberg is swung on and missed. Too far ahead of the changeup, expected the fastball inside, didn't get it. Count goes even at 2. Westberg steps out, back in. Bases empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Lee delivers the next. Swinging a nubber up the middle for a base hit. Westberg well ahead on that changeup, but that doesn't matter. He's able to reach safely on the base knock. Second hit in 3 games for Westberg. And that's the first hit for Bowie since Adley Rutschman's one-out single all the way back in the first inning. In between these 2 singles, the Baysox have drawn 7 walks and scored a run. They've also struck out 7 times. So here's Greg Cullen, 0 for 1 day with a walk. First pitch. Misses down, and the count starts out at 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Called a strike, outer edge. Count goes even and a ball and a strike. Again, still too early to make assumptions on Cullen at this point. But I think he's got some very good energy from our first couple of indications of his play in the field and his approach at the plate. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Down and in, held in front by Taylor Gashu. He sheds the mask and picks it up, calls for time to get a new ball. Count goes to 2-1 on Cullen. Because again, so far he's already drawn 4 walks. This is just his second game still. So he exhibits patience at the plate. He's still looking for his first hit, but he covers some good ground on the field. And he tries to have fun out there. You can say that much about him. Like I said, good energy. Here's the 2-1. Called a strike, top half. Count goes even at 2. Baysox trail 2-1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Lee doesn't waste any time. Footing the rubber, holding ball behind waist, and now coming set, dropping down to the waist. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Chasing on a high fastball. Cullen's down on strikes. Tried to pull it up when he realized the fastball was coming high. He knew he wouldn't make contact, but he couldn't. That's the 4th strikeout for Andrew Lee. 8th overall for Harrisburg pitching, and now here's J.D. Mundy with runner at first and 2 gone. Here's the first. Mundy watches high. Count starts out at 1-0. You talk about a key eye at the plate, too. That's J.D. Mundy. 2 walks after only walking twice in his previous 13 games. Pickoff throw back to first. That one could have gotten him if the throw was a little more on target, but Westberg slides back in safely. When the throw came, Westberg was leaning and had already taken a half step towards second base, so he really had to shift his body back to get there and could have gotten tagged. Here's the 1-0. Mundy watches high. Count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. So yeah. Mundy's drawn 3 of his now 4 walks just in the past week. Something's really changed with his approach to the plate after that week plus off. The 2-0, half swing fouled off. Mundy upset at that one. I've seen that in batting practice a couple of times with JD, is that when he checks on some of those borderline pitches and makes incidental contact, he's the one that gets so frustrated about it out of anyone. And it's that kind of frustration where you just sighs, and then you stare into space. Those are my favorite. That's what JD usually does. Another pickoff throw, this one closer, but Westberg dives back in time. That time they had a chance to put on a tag, but Westberg was not taking as big of a lead after nearly getting nailed previously. 2-1 with 2 outs. The pitch, down. Curveball, they appeal. He didn't go. Count goes to 3 balls and a strike. And again, it's a constant problem with only 3 umpires at this level. When you want to check or appeal on a check swing, the base umpire over near second base can't do anything as the 3-1 misses up and away for ball 4. So Mundy draws the walk, ties a career-high 3-walk game for him as he's seeing, I guess you can't say he's seeing beach balls out there. And I guess he's just seeing the zone itself. Maybe he's got lasers put up somewhere. Who knows? So here's Dashbach, 0 for 2 days, struck out looking on 3 pitches in the third. Here's the first. This one driven high out toward right field, but not too deep. Justin Connell waited on it a bit, now steps in about 20 feet and brings it down. Inning comes to a close as Bowie strands 2 more runners, and as we go to the 6th here at Prince George's Stadium, the Baysox trail 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
It's not baseball season without fireworks, and you can always count on the biggest and best at Prince George's Stadium. There's no better way to cap off a fun evening at the ballpark than a spectacular fireworks show. And the Baysox have got you covered this season with 16 different shows to choose from. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com. There's plenty to catch in the month of May with fireworks every home Saturday. Hope to see you there.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Middle of the lineup due up for Harrisburg, starting with KJ Harrison. And the first pitch he sees is fouled back to the screen. Fastball up and in, and the count opens up at 0-1. Matt Sabata is still with you as Rico Garcia still works on the mound for the Baysox. He labored through a long first inning of relief, used 26 pitches for a scoreless fifth, walked 2 batters, worked 2 full counts. Here's the 0-1 to Harrison, swing and a miss, chases the changeup, same spot as the fastball, but the count goes to 0-2. Harrison reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th and scored. That run was charged to D.L. Hall. Again, at the moment, Hall is in line for a loss today. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Check swing, he went. Call after strike 3 on the outside edge. 3 pitches, and Rico Garcia picks up his second strikeout of the day. There's 1 gone here to start the 6th inning. Nolan Hoffman is still warming in the bullpen for Bowie, so if the Baysox don't get that long of an outing from Rico Garcia, then that would be interesting. As I said, starting experience for him, especially well-known starting experience in this Eastern League. As the first pitch comes in, it's checked on high for a ball, 1-0. Because I was talking about it a little bit earlier, how you can see the difference in how each side approaches their bullpen. The 1-0 bounced over to third, but foul. Pulled it a little too hard on the breaking ball, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Because when you just look at the number of appearances, you can see how much more often Harrisburg uses their arms out of the pen compared to Bowie. Team's leaders for the Baysox only have 6 total appearances. As the 1-1 comes in, it's called a strike. Fastball hits the bottom edge. Count goes to 1-2. Meanwhile, more than half, if I'm reading it right, more than half of Harrisburg's relievers have at least 6 outings, while only 2 Bowie relievers have 6 outings. That just shows you how much more Bowie is reliant on long appearances spaced out over series for their hurlers. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a high drive out to right field, but higher than it is deep. Dylan Harris was originally set to camp under the warning track, but he only drops back about 10 feet before finally making the catch. So there's 2 gone here in the 6th inning, and it goes to Dondre Hubbard now. But the point being that Bowie really doesn't get in outings like this, where you see a guy pitch for in a third of an inning, as Tyler Birch did. A guy come out, Enrico Garcia, maybe pitch for 2 innings at the max. Here's Dondre Hubbard. First pitch grounded foul to third base. Count starts out at 0-1. And then would you be able to get 3 innings out of Nolan Hoffman? If not, you'd have to go into the bullpen for another arm for the 9th inning, if not the 8th inning, if Hoffman runs into a bit of trouble. Of course, you hope he doesn't. But Hoffman has not gone 3 innings this season. Here's the 0-1. Misses down. Count goes to a ball and a strike. And again, Bowie is just... They have been feeling a bit depleted over the past couple of days for various reasons, and the day games are definitely a factor in that. I can't say that I haven't been depleted myself. The 1-1 crushed into deep center field. Watson running back on it a long way after a bad read. It clanks off the top of the wall. He picks and fires back to the infield where it's cut off by the shortstop. It's sent back in on a double by Dondre Hubbard. His first double of the season comes with 2 outs here. Yeah, loud off a bat. It sounded like that one probably could have gotten out. But Zach Watson, he hesitated before finally sprinting back toward the wall. And that's going to lead to the switch. So Rico Garcia is going to get replaced as Kyle Moore is out of the dugout and points to the bullpen. We'll get a new hurler on the mound, Nolan Hoffman, and we'll tell you about him in just a second. Bowie trails 2-1 here in the top of the 6th. Runner stands at second base with 2 away. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
New pitcher on the mound for Bowie as we continue on with the top of the 6th inning. Matt Sabatis with you from Prince George's Stadium as Nolan Hoffman takes over for the Baysox. Replaces Rico Garcia as Garcia finishes with just an inning and 2/3 of work. So far, 1 hit, no runs. It could go up to a run as a runner at second belongs to him. He struck out 2, walked 2. New pitcher on the mound is Nolan Hoffman. Hoffman on the season, 5 appearances, a 1-0 record, 4.26 ERA in 6 1/3 innings. He faces off with right-hander Gilbert Lara to start. Lara has struck out twice today. We'll see how he handles the side armor. First pitch. Misses high, a changeup. Count starts out at 1-0. So a little bit on Hoffman. 6'4", 190-pound right-hander. First overall selection in the Rule 5 draft this past winter. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Chases on a breaking ball down, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Hoffman used to pitch in the Seattle organization, had a 3.53 ERA in 51 innings over 37 appearances last year. Next pitch, swing and just a piece, down and away. Rutschman holds on and the count goes to 1-2. Hoffman looking for a quick finish to this frame. Runner at second, 2 away, as Hoffman's riding an active 5 1/3 inning scoreless streak. Looks back runner at second twice, kicks and deals. The 1-2, it's just fouled. Lara well far ahead of the slider, and the count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Hoffman only appeared once in the Richmond series, appeared twice in the Akron series, but he tossed a scoreless inning against Richmond. No strikeouts or walks, did give up a hit. The 1-2, fouled off again. Lara staying alive. That last one, the slider, this time the fastball. He'll try for another put-down pitch here. The third 1-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. Got him with the slider away as Lara had no chance. First strikeout for Nolan Hoffman comes at a key time. Ends the inning. Strands an extra runner at second base, an insurance run, if you will. As we go to the bottom of the 6th here at Prince George's Stadium, Bowie still trails 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the D.C. area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
Bottom of the 6th inning here at Prince George's Stadium as Bowie still trails 2-1. Matt Sabatas with you as Dylan Harris steps to the plate for the Baysox. It's the bottom of the Baysox lineup due up, 8-9-1. First pitch. Curveball hits the edge of the zone for a called strike. It's 0-1 to open. Harris on the day 0 for 2. Struck out swinging back in the 4th inning. Flew out to left field in the 2nd. Andrew Lee is back to work for another frame. Fires the next pitch home and it misses down. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. Did a little more digging on Lee. Wasn't much information said, but he was a two-way player when he pitched in Tennessee. And as the 1-1 comes in, it misses down and in to Harris. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike. He pitched and played first base, and he was actually pretty darn successful there with the Volunteers. Get you some of his stats in a second. Here's the 2-1 pitch. This one driven high out toward left, but not too deep. Running in on it, Dondre Hubbard. He closes the gap and camps under for the out. 1 away, and here comes Zach Watson. So with Tennessee, 4 seasons, check that 3 seasons at the college level. He hit .262 with 10 home runs, 40 runs driven in, 55 strikeouts, 22 walks in 97 games. So very serviceable. Not a big power hitting kind of first baseman, but he put in work. So now here's Watson, first pitch home, flare out toward right field, falling in toward the gap, and a sliding grab by Justin Connell in right to take away the base hit from Zach Watson. Watson wanted to go early. He had struck out on lengthy plate appearances in his last 2 trips, but he's down on just 1 pitch, and Lee already has 4 pitches deep and 2 outs in the 6th inning. Goes back to the top of the lineup, and Hudson Haskin here. And the first pitch to him is checked on, called a strike, inner half the fastball. Count opens up at 0-1. Haskin has had a slow day at the plate. Drew a walk in the 4th inning, but got stranded. Grounded out to third base in the third, flew out to straightaway center in the first. Here's the next. Fastball misses down and away, and the count goes even to the ball and a strike. Again, the education day here at Prince George's Stadium. Seems like we might have gotten a few stragglers peeling out. As the 1-1 comes in. Up and in, that knocks the helmet off of Haskin, but that's not because of the pitch. That's because he jumped out of the way. He got out of the way, though, so the count goes to 2-1. I remember these kinds of field trips, though, from back in my day. One of the main field trips I remember most was going to the state capitol when I lived in St. Louis growing up. Capital of Missouri is Jefferson City, about 90 minutes away. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Breaking ball down. Count goes even to 2. I remember so vividly about that day, having to wake up at 6:30 in the morning and get to school earlier than normal just to ride a bus in to the state capitol. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Slider misses away, and the count runs full. Bases empty, 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bowie trails 2-1. Left-hander warming in the pen. Matt Cronin for the Senators. He warmed a bit yesterday, but didn't come out. The payoff to Haskin is fouled off right side. Count stays. Never really got to go on many fun field trips like this one, where you've got the day game, you set up for local schools to come out and enjoy. Granted, I didn't have a minor league baseball team around when I was growing up. It was only the Cardinals. Lee comes set. This next offering will be number 56. The payoff is fouled off back to the screen. Check that. I glanced the screen wrong. That was the 60th pitch, so this next will be 61. Now, as Haskin continues to hold on through these full count offerings, he's fouled off back-to-back 3-2 pitches. Lee sets once again. Another payoff to Haskin is down and away, ball 4. Excellent read for Huddy there. Let's see if that's the hook. And it's not Trip Keister coming out to chat. It's the pitching coach, Justin Lord. So probably not the hook just yet, but they will chat about it, as that's the third walk given up by Andrew Lee. 8th overall for Harrisburg pitching today. And it puts a runner aboard for Adley Rutschman. That's obviously not too easy of a dance for any pitcher. Second time this season that Haskin has walked twice in a game. First time was back on April 26th. As his brief mound visit is over, they probably just went through quickly what the first couple of pitches to attack on Rutschman would be. As he takes a couple of hacks outside of the edge of the batting circle. And he'll step in now with a runner at first and 2 away. 1 for 2 day for Rutschman, singled in the first inning, walked and scored on a wild pitch in the third. He flew out to left field his last time up. Righty on lefty, first pitch. Rutschman watches a called strike, fastball, middle. Count opens at 0-1. Again, Bowie trailing 2-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The next. Rutschman bounces it over to first, but foul. Picked on the right side of the line, barely, by K.J. Harrison. He tried to get there fast, because if he could, he obviously would have had such an easy opportunity at the 3 unassisted. But it runs the count to 0-2, a rarely seen sight there for Adley Rutschman. He had first pitch balls on each of his first 3 plate appearances. The 0-2 pitch, up and in. Fastball misses to run the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Now, all day today, Rutschman had been ahead in the count, but he's working from behind right now. The 1-2. Down low, a changeup. He held off, and the count goes even. We'll see if Haskin tries to take off now on a 2-2 offering. He's not a stolen base threat. I think he's obviously a lot concerned about his thumb and the like. Sliding in can be dangerous. The 2-2, he stays put, and it's ripped over to the right side, a base hit. That one touches down where it's picked by Connell at the warning track. Haskin goes first to third as the throw comes in. Rutschman stays at first with a 2-out single. His second hit of the day, his second multi-hit game in as many days. And the Baysox have runners at the corners with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. That's a tying run now to third base in Haskin, and it's going to lead to the pitching change. Trip Keister out of the dugout. He'll make the switch, and we'll tell you about the new hurler coming to the mound in just a second. Bowie's got first and third with 2 outs. They trail 2-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. New pitcher after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Bottom of the 6th inning here, and a pitching change for Harrisburg as Bowie is threatening to tie. With 2 outs, they draw a walk and get a single from Adley Rutschman to knock Andrew Lee out of the game. Lee's line is not closed. He could become a losing pitcher if both runners score. At the moment, though, he tosses 3 innings, gives up 2 hits. So far, no runs. 4 strikeouts, 3 walks overall. Matt Cronin takes over on the mound for the Senators. 6'2", 195-pound, 24-year-old left-hander from Navarre, Florida. 4th-round draft pick in 2019. Faces off against Gunnar Henderson here, who's trying to extend his on-base streak to 23 consecutive games after an 0-for-3 start today. 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Big chance here, first pitch. He watches it just miss low. Fastball opens us up at 1-0. Matt Cronin on the season, 7 appearances, 9 innings of work. He's not allowed an earned run. 1-0 record with 14 strikeouts and 5 walks. Here's the 1-0. Misses away, 2 balls and no strikes. Again, if it hasn't become apparent now, Bowie is not the team to just dance with pitches on the edge of the zone. Their swinging strike rate is so low. They're going to be patient and wait for their pitch as it comes right here, and Henderson crushes it out to deep center, but it'll stay in. Jack Dunn gave us a false impression as he sprinted back to the wall, curls back on it in front of the warning track, and brings it down about, I'd say 20 feet in front of that 405 sign. Henderson gave it a ride, gave us some hope, but unfortunately the Baysox strand 2 more on base. 10 total today. We go to the 7th here at Prince George's Stadium. The Baysox still trail. It's 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
Sunday, May 22nd, it's a fiesta at Prince George's Stadium. For the first time this season, the Baysox will transform into El Congrejos Fantasmas de Chesapeake and face off against Los Perros Calientes de Akron as part of Minor League Baseball's Copa de la Diversión. It'll be a Latin fiesta celebration all afternoon around the ballpark, all presented by Chesapeake Employers Insurance. Get your tickets today at 301-464-4865 and online at baysox.com.
We're on to the 7th inning here at Prince George's Stadium as Bowie still trying to climb back from a 2-1 deficit. They stick with sidearmer Nolan Hoffman for the top of the 7th, and it's 9-1-2 due up for Harrisburg in this half inning. Jackson Clough, the leadoff, fouls off the first pitch he sees from Hoffman. It's back to the screen, and it's 0-1. My favorite part about Thursdays here at Prince George's Stadium, the catering. Chick-fil-A from just down the road. Over there on Crane Highway. Bring it right over. Delicious. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one flared into center field, a base hit. Clough was waiting cleanly on the changeup, and it hit middle. A perfect offering for a single. Leadoff base hit for Clough. That's his first hit as the first batter of an inning all season. And it puts a runner aboard for Jackson Flores with nobody out. Flores on the day 0 for 2, walked in the 3rd inning and got stranded at first. Popped out to first base in foul territory. Flores has that really interesting little routine he goes through at the start of each PA. First pitch, he squares the bunt, pulls back, and it gets away from the catcher. On to second base, Clough. So the need of the sacrifice is lost, as it's a passed ball on Rutschman, his first this season. I think he anticipated Flores making contact on that one. Whatever the case, it puts the runner into scoring position now with nobody out. 1-0 pitch. That one called a strike, inner half, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike now. Again, here in the top of the 7th inning, Bowie trails 2-1. 6 hits for Harrisburg, only 3 for the Baysox. Harrisburg has been making a lot of contact, a lot of clean contact, not a lot of power outside of the first game. Here's the 1-1. Slider misses high. Rutschman has to stand up to catch it, and the count goes to 2-1. Because remember, while Bowie did win yesterday's game 10-7, Harrisburg collected 16 hits. Just, it's hard to comprehend that. Here's the 2-1. Little golf swing and a piece, rolled foul right side. Count goes even at 2. So it is the most hits given up by the Baysox this season. Obviously, it's the most hits given up in a winning effort in quite some time. And for the Senators, it's the most hits that they've had in a losing effort since 2016. They've been hitting it, just not for a lot of power. Here's the 2-2. Curveball fouled off left side. Count holds. It's kind of similar to how Drew Rahm worked against Richmond last week. While the damage against him came early in that Richmond start, the damage against him came late yesterday when he allowed 3 singles. And then, of course, the 9 hits given up by Jensen Elliott, including the 7 in the 9th inning. Here's the next pitch, fouled off right side. Count stays even at 2 as Hoffman and Flores continue to battle. Next pitch is the 6th. 2-2. Grounded over towards short. Ran in and picked by Henderson. Can't go to third. Throws to first. It's high, but it's in time. Runner advances. That was a close one by Clough. He took off just a split second before the contact. And the way it was hit, Henderson didn't have a chance to get there. So Clough to third base. Flores taken out 6-3 for the first out of the inning. And now here's Jack Dunn. Infield will play up. Any grounder in their direction means the throw goes home. Here's the first pitch home. Inside, the slider didn't break that much. Almost could have hit Dunn, but he was not phased. The count starts out at 1-0. Baysox trail 2-1 here in the top of the 7th inning. The 1-0 pitch. Inside again, Rutschman had to slide his arm over to the left quickly to make sure it didn't get past him, especially with runner at third. The count goes to 2-0. Next pitch. Too far inside. That one the changeup. But Hoffman really trying to get in on the hands, maybe draw that weak contact on the pull side to see if they can get the quick play at home. That's how it's working right now. Here's the 3-0. Called a strike, inner half. A little bit of a narrow zone there, and the count goes to 3-1. Next pitch home to Dunn. Swinging a roller, foul, third base side. Hoffman works back into the count. It runs full now. Dunn is 0 for 3 on full counts this season, has 3 strikeouts, 2 walks drawn. Hoffman looking for the punch out. The payoff. Down low, ball 4. Walks have been just troublesome for both sides in this game. That's the first given up by Nolan Hoffman. For Bowie, it's their 4th overall. Remember, the Baysox have drawn 8 walks already. So 12 combined walks in this one, as you could say each side is playing patiently at the plate, but does lead to the pitching staffs a little bit too, as sometimes they're nibbling on the edge and sometimes their pitches just aren't breaking the way you want. Here's Taylor Gashue. First pitch misses away. Count starts out at 1-0. Gashue is 0 for 2. He drew a walk himself in the 5th inning. Here's the next. Swing and a miss. Goes after a change-up down, and the count goes even and a ball and a strike. Gashue's been a heavy hitter. As the 1-1 comes in, it hits the zone. Breaking ball upper outside corner for a called strike 2. It'll be tough to try and get him into the double play. Hasn't hit into one this season. They're anticipating it on the pull side, though, where he goes about half the time. Gunnar Henderson plays closest to second. Greg Cullen wide in the hole. Here's the 1-2. Slider misses too far inside, and the count goes even at 2. Of course, Hoffman would like to make things maybe a bit easier if he could pick up the strikeout. That way it would give a lot more lateral movement for the defense to work a quick out to end the frame. The 2-2. Swinging a flare into right center field. Running in on it quickly is Watson, but it gets past him. Down from third to score is Clough. From first to third goes Dunn. An RBI single for Taylor Gashue, and it's 3-1. That one was a tailing little flare. There was not much that could have been done by Zach Watson on that one. He gave it a good shot. But it's an RBI for Taylor Gashue, his 14th of the season. And Nolan Hoffman's in a bit of a bind here, as we're still at runners at first and third with still only 1 out. Hasn't been able to get the put-down pitch that he's been hunting for. Was battling with Jack Dunn for quite some time. Still walked him. Looked like he might have handled a 2-2 offering with Gashue, but still couldn't finish it. Very busy month of May coming up for the remainder of this series and the 2 weeks to follow Bowie's Reading road trip. Saturday, May 21st is fireworks along with Boots and Baseball Night, a country party at the park with Educational Systems Federal Credit Union also sponsoring the Read and Hit a Home Run Reading Night for Anne Arundel and Howard counties. Very busy Saturday the 21st. Get your tickets at Baysox.com. Here's Wilson Garcia, first pitch home, misses away for a ball. It's 1-0. So 1 run across in this half inning for Harrisburg as they lead 3-1. RBI single for Taylor Gashue after Jackson Clough led off with a single and Jack Dunn drew a walk. It's first and third with 1 away now here in the top of the 7th. Next pitch. This one popped up to left field. Could score the run. We'll have to see. It's deep for Dylan Harris. He picks. Tagging from third, Dunn. The throw comes in. It's cut off, and the run scores. Sacrifice fly for Garcia makes it a 4-1 ball game. Garcia's 8th RBI of the season. And now it's just runner at first with 2 outs. KJ Harrison into the batter's box. So Bowie now trailing by 3. As Hoffman will face off with Harrison. First pitch. Changeup hits the edge of the zone for a called strike. It's 0-1. Harrison is 0 for 3 on the day. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th. Came around and scored. Struck out swinging in the 6th inning. Here's the next. Popped up right side, foul ground. This one gets out. Count goes to 0-2. Again, inning started with a single by Jackson Clough. Ground out, pushed him to third base. He advanced to second on a passed ball. Ground out pushed him to third. A walk, then an RBI single, and a sacrifice fly. 2 runs across. An 0-2 pitch from Hoffman is called strike 3 on the outer edge. Fastball hits the zone and ends the frame, but not before Harrisburg gets a couple of runs on the board. 2 runs on 2 hits with no errors and 1 left on. As we stretch here at Prince George's Stadium, Bowie now trails 4-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
Bottom of the 7th here at Prince George's Stadium as Bowie now trails 4-1. They've got to get the offense going as they've already stranded 10 on base. First pitch home to Jordan Westberg, misses inside, and the count starts out at 1-0. It'll be Westberg, Greg Cullen, and J.D. Mundy due up in this half inning for Bowie. Matt Cronin still on the mound. Next pitch popped foul out of play. And the count evens at a ball and a strike. Westberg, a perfect day at the plate after taking yesterday off. He singled his last time up in the 5th. Next pitch misses inside, and the count goes to 2-1.
Harrisburg 7th, 1 run was earned and 1 was unearned.
Here's the 2-1. Swinging a rope liner foul, third base side. Count goes even at 2. Westberg has also walked twice today. 1 came in the 1st, 1 came in the 3rd. He's not been able to score yet today as Bowie still only has the 1 run. Here's the 2-2. This one popped up on the infield, out toward shallow left. It's the shortstop Jackson Clough waving the arms to make the catch. He gets it. And there's 1 gone. Now here's Greg Cullen. Cullen on the day 0 for 2, drew a walk in the 3rd inning. First pitch home to the lefty. This one fouled off left side. Count starts out at 0-1. You know, as this game is stretched on, even with the pitch clock doing its business, this game is definitely longer than the usual affair. We're already at 2.5 hours and only here in the bottom of the 7th inning. gets me thinking again for a quick moment. One of the things that Major League Baseball did that they didn't even test in the minors, the 0-1 to Cullen is fouled off back to the screen. It's 0-2. That PitchCom system that they're using now, I think it's still only 3 teams that are using it. I think the Yankees and the Rays are a part of that. I'm not positive who exactly is using it. But there are a couple of teams already using it in the majors. Here's the 0-2. Misses down, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. But it's really so interesting to me that that the minor leagues decided not to, or the major leagues even, decided not to use the minors as a testing ground for that. Here's the 1-2, fouled off again. Count holds. Because, of course, the minors have been a testing ground for so many of these rule changes over the last few years. Most notably, headed into the 2020 season, and now with a late addition into the 2021 and 2022 seasons, as the 1-2 comes down and away, 2-2. That runner placed at second rule, the extra inning rule, to limit extra innings and speed up games that go into extras. Here's the 2-2. Misses down and the count fills. They first did that in the minors, I think, in 2018. At that point, the pitch clock had already been around for a couple of years. It wasn't really being enforced as much by then, but it was there. Here's the payoff. Cullen swings in, just gets a piece. Bounces off the catcher and rolls over to the left side up the line. We'll wait on another full count offering here to Cullen. Here's the pitch. He ropes it up the line at first, but foul. That one hooks into the Baysox bullpen and touches down. So I am surprised, why they didn't try out that PitchCom system maybe more universally in the minor leagues, because obviously it took great investment for every team to install a pitch clock. You have to get the money for the scoreboard readouts, the LED readouts around the ballpark. There's got to be at least 2 of them, the one in the outfield for the umpires to see, and then the one behind home plate for the pitchers to see. And you have to pay for a game day employee to operate the thing. Here's the next to Cullen, bounced up the middle and backhanded by the second baseman Flores. He spins and fires to first. It's there. That one looked destined for a seeing eye single, but picked by Flores on the run, and an excellent piece of athleticism to nab Cullen at first for 3. So 2 away now in the bottom of the 7th as J.D. Mundy steps in. So I do wonder if that sort of PitchCom technology might come out universally to the minor leagues sometime soon. First pitch to Mundy, misses high, and the count opens up at 1-0. Mundy has drawn 3 walks on the day, tying a career high. He's not gotten past first base, though. Bowie has struggled. Next pitch misses down and away, and the count goes to 2-0. Here's the next. Mundy bounces it up the middle, off the mound, picked by the shortstop Clough ahead of the bag. He fires low to first, but it's in time, and the inning is over. Perfect 7th for Matt Cronin out of the bullpen. And as we go to the 8th here at Prince George's Stadium, Bowie still trails 4-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
Baysox Youth Baseball Camps are back in 2022, and registration is open now. 3 sessions this summer led by Orioles Hall of Famer and former Rookie of the Year Al Bumbry, along with former Baysox outfielder Stephen Bumbry. Kids will take part in in-depth on-field instruction and go head-to-head in camp-wide games at Prince George's Stadium. All campers get a free Baysox hat and a ticket to a Baysox game of their choice. Space is limited, so head to BaysoxShop.com and reserve your spot at a Baysox Youth Baseball Camp today.
We're on to the 8th inning here at Prince George's Stadium as Bowie trails 4-1. New pitcher on the mound for the Baysox. He'll probably go the rest of the day is Easton Lucas. Left-hander has plenty of long outings in him, but he's only going to be tasked with 2 innings unless the Baysox can tie it. Line on Nolan Hoffman is final. It's a no decision for him on an inning and a third. He gave up 2 hits and 2 runs. Only 1 was earned. First pitch home to Justin Connell misses inside, and it's a ball 1-0 to open. Connell, Dondre Hubbard, then Gilbert Lara due up for the Senators. Here's the next pitch. Inside. That one bounces off of the glove of Rutschman as Connell had to duck out of the way. Count goes to 2-0. So Lucas comes in, a 6'4", 180-pound lefty, traded to the Orioles organization from Miami in 2019. Here's the next. Up toward the shoulders, and the count goes to 3-0. Another offering. This one hits the zone, inside edge. The count goes to 3-1. So Lucas comes into today's game. 4 appearances for Bowie without a record. He does have a hold in 8 1/3 innings. 1 earned run. That's a 1.08 ERA. Next pitch. Down and in, ball 4. So a leadoff walk. First walk given up by Lucas today. 5th overall for Baysox pitching. Now it goes to Dondre Hubbard. That's just been something about today. Maybe it's the back-to-back day games. But guys are definitely just a little bit wild on the strike zone in this one. Here's Hubbard, first pitch, crushed out toward deep left center field. Harris out to the warning track, out to the wall. He leaps. Did he grab it? It's gone. Two-run home run for Dondre Hubbard. He's got a 4-for-4 day, his 2nd home run this season. He's got 2 RBIs there, 2 RBIs on his single in the 4th, and it makes it a 6-1 ball game. That breaks up a 4-inning scoreless streak for Easton Lucas. It's the first home run he's allowed this season. And now here's Gilbert Lara, first pitch. Check swing. Pitch down. He didn't go. Count starts out at 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Curveball hits the inside edge, and the count goes to 2-0. Here's the next. That one inside, skips off of Rutschman's glove again. Count goes to 2-1. Wait, what's the count here? I'm getting very conflicting reports. Here's the next pitch. Swinging a grounder over to short. The count doesn't matter. It's past Gunnar Henderson into center field for a base hit. Henderson was playing heavy to pull, so he had to try and dive for it. Couldn't get there. Lara has his first hit of the day, and it's 3 straight to reach here in the 8th inning. First appearance for Lucas since the 29th against Richmond. That was the Saturday game. He tossed long relief of Antonio Velez in Bowie's 2-1 loss, and Lucas pitched very well. Faced one over the minimum, struck out 2 batters, gave up a walk and a single. That was it, scoreless. Number 9 batter Jackson Clough. First pitch to the left-hander is swung on and missed down. Count starts out at 0-1. Clough is 0 for 12 against fellow left-handers this season. You can say 0 for 13 after striking out against D.L. Hall back in the 3rd. Here's the next. Curveball hits the zone, outside edge, and the count goes to 0-2. Soft lead off of first base for Lara against the lefty. Has not stolen a base this year, hasn't tried. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, he got him. Fastball hits the outside edge. Clough goes down on 3 offerings, and Lucas gets his first out finally after 3 straight reaching. First strikeout for Lucas. 12th overall for Baysox pitching. Goes back up top to Jackson Flores. First pitch. Called a strike, bottom half, 0-1 to start. Flores is 0 for 3 on the day. He drew a walk in the 3rd inning. Here's the next. Poked foul, right side, count to 0-2. Again, 6-1, Bowie trails now here in the top of the 8th inning. Bowie took an early 1-0 lead, mostly thanks to the walks. They drew 4 of them in the 3rd inning. Wild pitch scored the run, and the Baysox stranded the bases loaded in that frame. Here's the 0-2. Popped foul behind home plate again, count holds. The Baysox had the bases loaded and stranded all 3 runners after scoring the 1 run on the wild pitch. Put 2 into scoring position in the 5th. No one scored. Put 2 into scoring position in the 6th. No one scored. Here's the next. Fouled off again right side. Flores continues to stay alive on it. Still at 0-2. After the 1-0 lead, Harrisburg took the lead on 1 swing of the bat after D.L. Hall allowed 2 base runners with 1 out in the 4th, including a double. Here's the 0-2. Fouled off, staying alive, that time the fastball high. Flores still making little bits of contact here and there while he can't keep it into the field of play. Tyler Birch came out of the pen, gave up a 2 RBI single to Dondre Hubbard, scored both runs against Hall. Here's the 0-2. Inside. Fastball missed a tad, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. Curveball fouled off again right side. Flores making contact, just can't put it into play. It's the 5th pitch fouled off. Here's the 1-2. Fouled off again. Oh, goodness. Harrisburg extended their lead in the 7th inning with a couple of runs driven in. RBI single for Taylor Gashu and a sacrifice fly for Wilson Garcia. Now here in the 8th, a 2-run home run has made it 6-1. Another 1-2 pitch is a curveball crushed out to left field. Sends Harris on his back. He reaches up over the shoulder and brings it down. After so many fouls, Flores finally gives one a ride, but can't get it deep enough out to left field. 2 away. Cincinnati's Jack Dunn, an 0 for 3 day with a walk and a run score. That came in the 7th inning. Rutschman and Lucas will have a quick powwow on this one before they get settled in. Series continues tomorrow with a 7:05 first pitch at Prince George's Stadium. 6:45 we'll go live with the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. Could be a bit dicey on getting that game in. We'll have to see. Here's the first to Jack Dunn. Curveball misses down. Count starts out at 1-0. Dunn attacked the pitchers early in those first 3 plate appearances, but got a first pitch ball in the 7th by Nolan Hoffman and waited for his opening. Got it with the walk. Here's the 1-0. Called a strike, down and in. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Change up, down and in. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes now on Dunn. Again, this has been the kind of day that Bowie has been having to deal with the past few days. Don't want to call it the Groundhog Day, but too many runners left on base over the past week plus. Here's the 1-2. This one driven out toward right field, but Hudson Haskin has a beat on it. To his right about 20 feet, and he makes the catch to end the inning. But Harrisburg piles onto their lead. A 2-run home run by Dondre Hubbard. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th at Prince George's Stadium, and Bowie now trails 6-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
From bug bites to burns, fevers to flu, and bruises to broken bones, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
Bottom of the 8th inning here in Bowie as the Baysox trail 6-1. Senators go into their bullpen for a 3rd reliever as Reed Schaller comes out. Replaces Matt Cronin, who departs after an inning and a third of perfect ball. Got a fly out, a pop out, and 2 groundouts. That was it. That's the entire line, 1 1/3 innings. Bottom 3 up against the right-hander Reed Schaller, starting with Andrew Dashbach. First pitch misses high. Count starts out at 1-0. Dashbach riding an 0-for-3 day. He's popped out to first in foul territory, struck out looking, and flew out to right field his last time up. Schaller winds and fires the next. Slider misses too far inside, and the count goes to 2-0 on Dashbach. Schaller, a 6'3", 210-pound, 25-year-old right-hander from Indianapolis. 3rd-round draft selection in 2018 by the Nationals. Here's the 2-0. Check swing. Slider called a strike anyway in the outer edge of the zone. Count to 2-1. Schaller, just his 4th appearance of the season. 2.70 ERA with a 1-0 record. 3 1/3 innings this year. Just 1 strikeout, 2 walks, 1 home run allowed. The 2-1. Popped up foul. First base side. This one will tail out. Count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. After this series, Bowie heads up about a couple of hours to Reading. They'll play the Fightins for, I believe, the only time this season at First Energy Stadium. Here's the 2-2. Check swing high, count fills. This is where Dashbach usually does his best work. First full count he's worked today after striking out, looking on 3 pitches in the third, and flying out to right on the first pitch he saw in the fifth. 3-2. Popped up on the infield. Down is the second baseman, Flores, but it's the first baseman, Harrison, who makes the call. He makes the catch, and the out is recorded. So it's an 0-for-4 day for Dashbach to start. The Baysox only have 3 hits so far. 2 of them belong to Adley Rutschman. Here's Dylan Harris.
Today's attendance, 2,431.
Here's the first pitch to Dylan Harris. Misses high. Count starts out at 1-0. Next offering. Misses down. Count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Harris riding an 0-for-3 day. He struck out swinging in the 4th inning. Flew out to left field twice. Once in the 2nd, once in the 6th. Bases empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th. A 6-1 Baysox deficit. Here's the next. Harris swings through at a high fastball. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike here. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. High fastball again. Count goes even at 2. Two pitch. This one driven high, midway out towards center. Jack Dunn shades his eyes from the brief little streaks of sunlight that have poked through here and there, and he makes the catch. 2 gone. So here's Zach Watson. Schaller ranked up there in the Nationals organization. Part of the top 30 prospect list in 2021, but only went 2-4 with a 4.06 ERA in 33 games. After he started as a starter and converted to a full-time reliever, he's dropped off the prospect lists since then. First pitch to Watson misses away. Count starts out at 1-0. Here's the next. Misses high on Watson. Count goes to 2-0. Here's the next pitch. Misses away again, 3-0. Watson on an 0-for-3 start to the day. Struck out looking in the 2nd, then swinging in the 4th. He flew out to right field back in the 6th. Again, a quiet day as things start to wind down here at Prince George's Stadium. The Baysox trailing 6-1. The 3-0 misses high, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Watson. First time he's reached today as the Baysox draw, what is it now? Their 9th walk at the plate. Walking 11 times yesterday. It helped him out yesterday, has not helped out as much today. That's the unfortunate thing. Of the 11 walks for Bowie in yesterday's game, 5 of them, if I could count right, came around to score. Here's Hudson Haskin. First pitch, driven high and shallow into center field. More of a pop-up. Jack Dunn runs in a long way and makes the catch. 1 pitch, and the final out is recorded. We're on to the 9th here at Prince George's Stadium. Bowie strands another runner, their 11th of the day, as they trail 6-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
It's a very special day at Prince George's Stadium on Saturday, June 18th that you don't want to miss. The Roberto Clemente and Latin Baseball Celebration sponsored by Chesapeake Employers Insurance. Fans that get to the game will have a chance to bid on game-worn Baysox jerseys, with all proceeds going to benefit the Clemente Foundation. Again, don't miss out on your chance to own a piece of Baysox history on Saturday, June 18th with the Roberto Clemente and Latin Baseball Celebration, and you can get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
There is a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience full of family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 22nd through 25th for the induction of Bud Fowler, Gil Hodges, Jim Cott, Minnie Minoso, Tony Oliva, Buck O'Neill, and David Ortiz as the class of 2022. Visit baseballhall.org today for the
Baseball is a game of specialists, base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
We're on to the ninth inning here at Prince George's Stadium as Bowie still trails 6-1. 3-4-5 of the lineup due up for Harrisburg in this frame as Easton Lucas is back to work. First pitch to Taylor Gushu is called a strike, middle. Count opens up at 0-1 on that breaking ball. It's Gushu, Garcia, then Harrison, two switch hitters and a righty against the lefty Lucas as the next pitch is popped up toward shallow right. Haskin has to run it a long way toward the foul line. He gets there, climbs the bullpen mound before he tosses it back to the infield, but he makes the catch. Bit of a close one, but he got it. So there's one out, and now it goes to Wilson Garcia. Bowie is going to have a lot of work to get done in the bottom of the ninth inning to try and collect their third walk-off of the season. At this point, though, you want to make sure that the deficit does not grow. First pitch, inside to Garcia. Count starts out at 1-0. Garcia on a 1-for-3 day. Singled and was taken out on a fielder's choice in the fourth. Hit a sacrifice fly in the seventh to drive in a run. Next pitch, driven high. Foul ground, third base side. Westberg is there, and he pulls it in. That one came down quick. But there's two gone. Harrisburg hasn't been able to get it on the actual playing field right now.
First baseman KJ Harrison.
Here's Harrison riding an 0-for-4 day. First pitch fouled off to the right side. That one will hit off a seat back about 4 rows deep. Count starts out at 0-1. Is Kids Park still open? It is. They got the inflatables up. I've not seen the carousel going, but I haven't been paying too much attention. Here's the 0-1. Misses high. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. Haven't gotten a chance to see too much of the Kids Park when it's in action this year. The 1-1. It hit him. Check swing. No, they call it a foul. Just a nub of the bat. As Harrison was flinching a little bit. I just saw the umpire throw up hands for the dead ball. Assumed it was a hit by pitch, but no, it was just a foul. And this next pitch, driven high out toward left center, but not too deep. Over toward it is Dylan Harris. He makes the play, and the inning is over. So 3 up, 3 down for Easton Lucas. A good finish to his day. Might not be. If the Baysox can get a rally, they need 5 to tie, 6 to win. Would be their third walk-off win of the season if they can get it. We'll tell you about it when we get to the bottom of the ninth. After this, you're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning. microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
We're on to the bottom of the ninth here at Prince George's Stadium. Big hill for the Baysox to climb as they trail 6-1. But they've got a good set to start. Maybe if they can get the rally brewing, Adley Rutschman would be the guy to get it started. He leads off. First pitch. Switch hitter watches down. For a ball, it's 1-0. New pitcher on the mound for Harrisburg. Alberto Peguero takes over. Or Guerrero, rather. I wrote down Peguero. He's just above him on the roster. Here's the 1-0. Swing in just a piece. Into the mid of the catcher. Guerrero on the season has made 6 appearances, a 1-2 record with a 5.84 ERA. He does have a blown save this year. This isn't a save situation, though. It's a 5-run lead. The 1-1. Fouled off just a bit away as Rutschman was turning early on it, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Rutschman on the day, a multi-hit performance, back-to-back days with multiple hits for him. 2 singles, a walk, a run scored. Baysox trail 6-1, only 3 hits though. Rutschman responsible for 2. Here's the next. Down and in for a ball. Count goes even at 2. After Rutschman, it's Gunnar Henderson, then Jordan Westberg. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a grounder over to the right side. They played it to pull. A diving grab by Flores at second. He uprights and sidearms it to first in time. Excellent play by Flores. Rutschman does have a slight lean on the pull side early on with Bowie, and it showed right there. So the Baysox down to their final 2 outs as Gunnar Henderson steps in. He's riding an 0-for-4 day. His on-base streak is in grave danger right now. First pitch home. Henderson watches down and in. Count starts out at 1-0. Here's the next pitch. Misses inside. Count to 2-0. Next, fouled off left side. Count goes to 2-1. So at this point, it's been 22 consecutive games, every game this season, for Gunnar Henderson to reach base safely. But he's 0-for-4 today, first time he started 0-for-4 all season in a single game. But a chance here as he's ahead in the count, 2-1. Pitch home from Guerrero. Fouled off hard up the third base line. Count goes even at 2. Bases empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the ninth. Baysox trail by 5. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and just a piece off of Gashu's glove. And the count stays even. Just a little bit off angle on that fastball, and we'll do it again. Guerrero sets, first base side of the rubber, delivers the 2-2. It's inside, nearly got the elbow there, and the count fills. Second full count that Henderson has worked today. He had a full count in the third and swung through the pitch. Try for a different outcome here as they play him hard to pull, 47% of the time on that outcome. And an auto ball. Oh, Guerrero didn't get set long enough. And that's how Gunnar Henderson extends his on-base streak to 23 consecutive games with an auto ball for ball 4. Hey, however you got to do it, man, I'm not going to complain. So Henderson's on-base streak stays alive by a hanging thread, and now Jordan Westburg will dig in. He's already got a single and 2 walks today. First pitch. Half swing. Slider down and away. They appeal. He went. Count starts out at 0-1. That was the right call. Westburg popped out to shortstop his last time up. Double play could end the game now as well. Here's the next. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball down and away. Looked to be the same offering, and the count to 0-2. Guerrero kicks and fires the next to Westburg. That fastball misses too wide, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes now. Westburg's done a lot of his damage after the 6th inning too this season. He's played very well when he comes up in crunch opportunities like this. Batting average jumps, OPS jumps, draws more walks, but he grounds this one over to short, could end the game. Gobbled up with a tough pitch by Clough. He throws to Flores, who turns to Harrison, but it's not in time. The fielder's choice goes 6-4. That one definitely ate up Clough a little bit at short, so he didn't get it out as quickly as he might have liked. It retires Henderson for the 2nd out of the inning and brings up Greg Cullen with a runner at first. So now here's Cullen down to the final out for Bowie as they trail by 5. Westburg not being held on, and the first pitch flared to left field for a base hit. That one touches down just past the infield dirt. Westburg on to second base, and Cullen has a single for his first hit with Bowie this season. And the Baysox have 2 on the pond here in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs for J.D. Mundy. Still got to wait a little before we can talk about a tying run. That would be Dylan Harris, who's in the hole at this moment. But Mundy's been playing well on the day. And I'm not sure what this pause is. Did we get a... We got a pinch runner in. Shane Fontana took over for Greg Cullen at first base. I was looking down at my scorecard, didn't catch that coming through. So Fontana on. He does have a little bit of speed. Has attempted 2 stolen bases this year, but as the tailing runner, he probably won't right now. Here's the first pitch to Mundy inside. Watch the armpits there. Count starts out at 1-0. Here's the next. Mundy watches a called strike on the outer edge. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. Guerrero sets and fires the 1-1. It misses down. Count goes to 2-1 now. Again, Mundy, a career-high tying 3-walk day. 1 in each of the 2nd, 3rd, and 5th, but he never got past first base. The Baysox have already stranded another 11 runners on in this game. Here's the 2-1. Mundy watches a called strike, change up upper outside corner. Two and 2 the count. Pitch home. Mundy pops it up into shallow center. Jack Dunn didn't see it at first. He has to run it a long way, but he finally finds it as it hangs up just long enough. He brings it down to end the game. The Baysox strand 13 runners on base in a 6-1 loss this afternoon at Prince George's Stadium. We'll step aside. When we come back, we bring you Baysox postgame. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. but less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org. Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to Baysox.com.
It's now time for the Bowie Baysox post-game show. Let's head back to the ballpark with Matt Sabanas.
Well, another sour finish today for Bowie as they drop the third game in this six-game set with the Harrisburg Senators. A 6-1 final this afternoon. Bowie had taken an early 1-0 lead, but could not hold on and again struggled with stranding runners on base. Matt Sabatas with you from Prince George's Stadium as we'll recap this one in depth, then look around the Eastern League, get you a preview of some of the games to look forward to, as well as the Orioles organization as a whole. But let's go back in time a long ways to 11:06 a.m. I shouldn't say p.m. It was a morning game, folks. 11:06 a.m. when first pitch came home from DL Hall to Jackson Flores. Flores flew out to right field to open the game. It was on the first pitch, too. And Hall, boy, was he cruising with that fastball in that changeup working well. 56 strikeouts. He walked only 16. Next one is swung on and missed for strike 3 on a 100-mile-an-hour fastball from DL Hall. A perfect first inning for Hall with back-to-back strikeouts to cap it. Hall had those 2 strikeouts and a perfect first on just 8 pitches. It was an outstanding start, and it was just about the same in the second inning. Let's be honest. Department is here. The 1-2 pitch. In there, strike 3. Got him with a changeup down and in. Hall has struck out 4 batters over 2 perfect innings. That's his first backwards K as we move to the bottom of the second. Meanwhile, Bowie was really running Cole Henry down. They did get a couple of base runners in the first and stranded them both. In the second, they did get a leadoff walk, but left that runner stranded at first. In the third, the walks struck again. Finally, Bowie was able to make something of it. Another 2-2. Mundy checks on it, and it's off the catcher, rolling over to the left side of foul ground. Down from third to score, Rutschman. Westberg to third and Cullen to second. Wild pitch gives Bowie the early lead. It's 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. Bowie would go on to draw 4 walks in that inning, but they would never score more than just that 1 run. They stranded the bases loaded after Andrew Dashbach struck out looking on just 3 pitches. He was not too pleased with that plate appearance. Only a half inning later, Harrisburg was not too pleased that they had fallen behind. A 1-out single by Wilson Garcia, a fielder's choice by KJ Harrison, and a double by Justin Connell made it second and third with only 1 out. That chased DL Hall from the game after 70 pitches. Second troop through the order was starting to see the ball just a little bit well, and when Tyler Birch came into the game replacing Hall, things got a little bit unfortunate for Bowie. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Lined over to the right side, a base hit. Greg Cullen thought he could have leaped for it, but he couldn't. 1 run scores. The throw comes in. The second run scores as the throw is late, and it's a 2 RBI single by Dondre Hubbard. Both runs charged to Hall. That closes his line at 3 2/3 innings. and Harrisburg takes the 2-1 lead. The Baysox would never get a chance at it again to take the lead, as again they still only had the single run across. Meanwhile, the Senators, they threatened in the 5th and the 6th, but Birch would recover, as would Rico Garcia. Garcia making his first appearance for the Baysox this season. He worked a little bit long through some of his ABs, but had no issue keeping Harrisburg off of the scoreboard. In the 7th, though, they got on the scoreboard again against Nolan Hoffman. A couple of runs, one unearned thanks to a passed ball, but an RBI single from Taylor Gashu and a sacrifice fly from Wilson Garcia made it a 5-1 game. In the 8th, against Easton Lucas, against Hoffman still, I should say, after a lead-off walk, Dondre Hubbard stepped to the plate again and served one up big. Here's Hubbard, first pitch, crushed out toward deep left center field. Harris out to the warning track, out to the wall, he leaps, did he grab it? It's gone. He's got 2 RBIs there, 2 RBIs on his single in the 4th, and it makes it a 6-1 ball game. And that would turn out to be the final score after Bowie came out, did get a walk and a single in the bottom of the 9th, but could not bring any across. So your final, Harrisburg scores 6 runs on 9 hits with no errors. They left on 8. Bowie scores 1 run on 4 hits with no errors. They left on 14. Winning pitcher is Andrew Lee out of the bullpen for Harrisburg. He was on the mound when the Senators took the lead. He moves to 2-1 on the season. DL Hall takes the loss. He falls to 0-1. No save as the game was played in 3 hours and 8 minutes in front of a paid attendance in Prince George's Stadium of 2,431. With the win, Harrisburg moves up to 14-10 on the year. A 1-game winning streak for the Senators. They're now 9-3 on the road. With the loss, Bowie falls to 10-13 on the year, a 1-game losing streak for the Baysox, as they're now 6-6 in front of the home crowd here at Prince George's Stadium. Two sides back at it again tomorrow with a more traditional 7:05 first pitch starting time. We'll step aside right now, though, on Baysox postgame, and when we come back, we'll look around the rest of the Eastern League, see how the rest of the circuit squares up for today. As you'd imagine, there's not too much to be said when today's game started at 11:05. The rest of the league won't get started until a couple of hours later. And then we'll look around the Orioles organization as well, get you set up for those games. It's a Baysox postgame as Bowie falls today 6-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Be sure to get to the ballpark on Friday, June 17th for a jam-packed night of promotions and fun at Prince George's Stadium. It all starts with fireworks presented by DCA Imaging Systems. It's our mother and son night out with special ticket packages available at BaysoxShop.com. And most importantly, it's the Scouts BSA Campout. When you purchase a special ticket, you and your scout can camp out in the outfield at Prince George's Stadium after the game. It all happens on Friday, June 17th, so find out more and get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Getting ready to wrap things up here on Baysox postgame as Bowie falls to Harrisburg this afternoon 6-1. Matt Sabatis with you one final time from Prince George's Stadium. We'll take this last segment to look around the rest of the Eastern League, see how things might fare for today, and then look around the Orioles organization as a whole, get you set up for games tonight. On the Eastern League side of things, there's a doubleheader scheduled between Portland and Reading. 5 o'clock is when first pitch is set to come home. They had a rain out yesterday, so they're trying to play 2 today at Hadlock Field in Portland. Erie and Altoona set to go at 6:05. The Baysox have been, or the Seawolves rather, have been winning it pretty well. 13-10 at the moment. They're in second place, tied with Harrisburg. Technically, Harrisburg's in second ahead by a half game now with their win today, but Erie is still right on their tail. New Hampshire and Somerset at 6:35. The Patriots have the best record in the league at 15-8, tied with Richmond at the moment, while the Squirrels will host Akron for the continuation of their 6-game series. 6:35 first pitch there. And then 7:05 up at Dunkin' Donuts Park, it's Binghamton and Hartford as they continue that set. And Hartford. Around the Orioles organization, everyone not getting going until 7 o'clock this evening at the earliest. Columbia and Delmarva going toe-to-toe. That's a tough matchup in the Carolina League. Both teams struggling this year, as Delmarva is only 7-16. Columbia is only 8-15. Delmarva picked up the win last night. Aberdeen took a loss last night, a rare one at the hands of Brooklyn. Ironbirds are 16-6, and they've got a 7:05 first pitch scheduled with the Cyclones for that one. Nashville hosting Norfolk. The Tides are in the Music City at 7:35 this evening. Zach Lothar will get the start. He's really looking for a good turnaround. The Orioles prospect is 0-3 to start the year with a 10.32 ERA. We'll see if he can get a good start against the Brewers affiliate there. But again, the score that we care about most on this broadcast is Bowie's, and unfortunately they fall this afternoon 6-1 at the hands of Harrisburg. They're back at it tomorrow, though, at 7:05 for the first pitch. The scheduled starter has not been announced yet for Bowie, but I do believe that it might be a reliever. If I'd had to guess, it may be Connor Loprich. He'll go up against Steven Fuentes for Harrisburg, a good Nationals prospect with 1-1 record, a 3.43 ERA. Again, a 7:05 first pitch, which means a 6:45 DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. Hopefully the rain can stay away and we can talk to you a bit soon. But for one final time from Prince George's Stadium, this is Matt Sabata saying thank you for stopping by as Bowie falls to Harrisburg 6-1. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. We hope you enjoyed today's game and join us next time for another exciting broadcast coming up soon. This has been a presentation of the Bowie Baysox.